You want me to play highlights after this week?
I was just going to say they're few and far between, aren't they?
I could go to the Ty France folder. We'll have plenty, but that's about it.
That's
Chris.
about the only folder that's full these days. Yes, welcome to Gwynn and Chris. Fortunately for us, a full 4 hours to chat with you, but not so fortunate for the Padres. I don't see how we can be too kind today after another loss. This one in Atlanta, 6-5 to the Braves. Padres are now 2-5 on the make or break road trip coming out of the All-Star break. Remember, when you say make or break, one of the choices is break. And that's kind of what's happening, unless they're going to go to Miami this weekend. And, I would say sweep all three. 2 out of 3, you can be happy and come home. Yeah, we won the series. You didn't need a 4-6 road trip, though. You need something better. Marlins have lost 9 in a row, so there's some hope there. But, look, I don't know. Well, I have a lot of different things and a lot of things we can get. A lot of different ways we'll go. We do have the notes on a scorecard, okay? And I'm going to tell you that the notes on a scorecard are not going to be too kind to anybody, and they're going to start right at the top. Well, maybe a little below the top. I think Craig Stammen managed absolutely one of the worst 9th innings I've ever seen. And, I think, look, his feel for this team to me has to be better. Look, last night you're going to bring Wandy in. Yeah, it's over, and you say that was a dumb decision. But I don't say it was a dumb decision after it's over. I say, is that really the guy we're going to before he even takes the mound? And the reason I say that is not because Wandy Peralta isn't capable of getting 3 outs in an inning. He's done it a lot. But you tell me the last time that he has been in a tie game in the bottom of the 8th inning. He just hasn't been in that situation. But you managed your way into that happening last night. You're bringing Randy Vasquez in out of the bullpen now. This guy's a starter who now you're asking to come in the middle of a rally and put out a rally, something he's never done before that I know of. And, predictably, he doesn't do the job either. And you may blow it off at the time and say, well, we had lost that game anyway. Well, guess what? Maybe you hadn't lost that game anyway. If Randy Vasquez comes in, what if you brought Bradley in there and you ended the inning down 3-1? Might win that game. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, Craig Stammen, to me, has got to be starting to get better. I've been defending him endlessly, Skraby. If you want to say that I'm sitting here just, up on my perch and I'm trying to pick off and take shots at the manager, it's just totally not accurate. I have defended him against just about every text and tweet and email I've received for 4 months. But when I perceive, decisions that are made that I just don't, it isn't so much what ends up right or what ends up wrong. It's me understanding the process of what's going into some of these decisions. I will explain in the notes on a scorecard how they bungled the 9th inning today. All right. I'm going to save that. It's not Craig Stammen's fault that Jackson Merrill needed a day off, and getting him a day off against Chris Sale is not the worst thing in the world. But when they released the lineup today, when I saw the lineup, what time did the lineup come out, Scrabe? Were you up early enough for the lineup release?
I was up at 5:30 this morning.
So the lineup came out at, say, what, 7:45, 20 to 8 this morning?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
well, I love when you say 28. It's my
you might not have been up, but
say.
Yeah. Anyway, when the lineup came out today, honestly, the first thing I said was, there is no chance they're winning this game today. And all you had to do is look at it. Xander Bogaerts was batting 5th. He predictably went 0 for 4 again today. Bogaerts is hitting under 180 for the last 2 months. It's bad to put him 5th anymore until there's something that changes to tell you he couldn't bat 5th. But what were your other choices? You can have Gavin Sheets be your DH today, batting 6th. He hits 170 against left-handed pitching, and probably much less than that against a guy of Chris Sale's stature. All right, so let's move on down. Do I need to say anything beyond Freddie Fermin was batting 7th? He was ahead of 2 people in the lineup. That's all you need to know. He's hitting 162. Jace Bowen, not a major league hitter. Not now, not yet. Maybe next year, maybe down the road, maybe once we release him, once we trade him to Washington, and he, lines up against C.J. Abrams. Jace Bowen can't hit at this level. It's the all-time classic. And by the way, Skraby, the next year and the year after and the year after, when you say in March to me or to Tony, wow, this guy's really punishing the ball in spring training.
I'm not going to say that.
Well, you might.
I would say that about another guy, but not him.
Right, okay. I
already know now.
Right, all I'm going to say is Jace Bowen. That's all I'm going to say. I don't have to speak any further. He crushed spring training pitching. He can't hit at this level. He batted 8th. And then Jake Cronenworth hit 9th, who's now hitting 206. You're going to tell me that group of 5 guys was going to help you win a game? There's no way you can win that game. And I will even tell you that those 5 guys did combine for 3 hits more than I thought they would get. But the lineup going in was not great. But even if you kind of liked the lineup, maybe you disagreed with me and I like the way it looks here with Fermin hitting in the 7 hole.
I don't think anybody said that. But
Yeah, I don't think so either. But if somebody did, then...
Not even the haters can say that.
Then how are you going to win with Griffin Canning?
You're not.
You're not. He's 1-9 with a 6.97 ERA. And after watching him pitch today, I will say this, Skraby. The walks he usually gives up are preferable
to the
bombs that he
run.
gave up today. And he gave up 3 home runs. All 3 of them were pitches you and I would have been able to put a good swing on. Just can't throw the ball there against big league hitters and expect to survive. So if they're going to keep starting Griffin Canning, well, I know he didn't start today. I get it. He was the opener thing. But he's your guy today. He's
your bulk guy.
Right. So if he's going to still be in the rotation, if you're going to keep using, in my mind, Vasquez out of position, if you're going to keep putting Wandy in the tie game, these are guys are not in their positions where, here's my thing with a manager. We've talked about this so many times. I don't believe managers win and lose games in the sense that it is always up to the players. They have to do the job. If Wandy goes in last night, goes 1, 2, 3, nobody says a word. But you know what? I might have still said a word because I just don't think that's putting him in the best possible position to be successful. And I do believe that is the manager's job. That is one thing a manager can control, putting his players in the position where they have the best chance to be successful. I don't think Craig Stammen has gotten that yet, and we're heading into August. I think he better, get to it soon, if it's not too late already. The record is 50-53. I think the last time they were 3 games below 500, they were 1-4. So that was a long, long time ago.
It should have been foreshadowing, to be honest.
Yeah, right. They got hot after that, so maybe we'll get lucky again. But look, this is what's happening. They outscored the Braves in the series. They lost all 3 one-run games. And they're 0-4 now in one-run games since the All-Star break, if you can include the blown game in Kansas City. What is the strength of this team? Is there even a question? No, there's no question. The strength of the team is the bullpen, which means...
One guy, though, right now.
Well, Morejon's pretty reliable, but yes, you're right.
True.
And 2 of those guys are hurt, and they're starting to wear down because the starting's been so bad that these guys are starting to get the wear and tear. But the bottom line is, and what I'm about to say kind of underscores your point, Skraby. They've lost 4 games on this road trip that have basically been decided in the late innings by the bullpens. When you're losing those games, there's not much left for you. I mean, sure, you can win 19-2. Sure, you can win 6-1 like they did. But every team in baseball can win those. The Rockies win those from time to time, too.
Mm-hmm.
The good teams, though, win the games that are 50-50. You win more of those than you lose. And the Padres are successful because they have a great bullpen and they win a lot of those. But even that's lost to us now. So I'm not really sure where we turn. We'll get into it very detailed in the notes on a scorecard. But, I just think there's a lot of stuff. The injuries are out of their control. Guys that are supposed to be better having bad years, that's not on the manager. But putting guys, to me, in a situation where they had the best chance to be successful is on the manager. And I didn't see that today. I didn't see that last night. And I think it contributed to 2 losses that he could ill afford to have. We will move along here towards 6 o'clock. I was toying later, Skraby, with a segment that kind of focuses on the blame game.
Today is the day.
It does seem like it, and that's why I'm not going to do it.
Oh, what?
Because I honestly think the blame game right now is just kicking a dog while it's down.
It is.
They're down. They're out. I'll let everybody else blame whoever you want to blame for what has happened. I don't think that's really the time to do it. Secondly, the argument that I've heard way too much all year is that the team doesn't care and that they go out there and they roll over. Again, if the last 2 days don't show you differently, then you're not paying attention. They battled back from the dead last night. They came back again today. They keep fighting. They keep trying. What I see, Skraby, is a heartbeat that is still going.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But even the strongest heartbeat can't carry you across the finish line if one of your legs is broken. You know what I mean? You just can't.
I do.
Right? You fall down and your heart says, hey, I want to finish, but you can't do it. And this team is broken in so many different areas that I don't think the heart, can save them now. But I'm not going to sit here, and I'm sure you'll write it to us, to Skraby on the chat and whatever. All the people that say, well, they just rolled over, they've packed it in. That just couldn't be further from the truth. I don't see that at all.
I don't either. But
I just don't see a team that's good enough. That's what I don't see. And that's unfortunately what I saw going into the All-Star break, and that's what I've seen coming out of the All-Star break. And, until further notice, if A.J. Preller's going to make a bunch of phone calls, I don't think that's the way to go. And, Braden and I just had a quick chat on the way out. Braden's starting to pick this up, by the way. I'm proud of him.
Getting out of here?
Well, no, getting out, but also being smart and talking about what we're talking about here.
Oh.
And the thing he said to me, and I don't know if he said it on his show, I didn't have a chance to listen before I came in, but keep in mind all you people who want to trade everybody away now. Keep in mind all you people who want Mason Miller gone because we can get this. And we're going to cut this guy, and we're not going to re-up Pivetta, and we're going to see if we can get somebody to take Bogart's contract, and we're going to get as much as we can for this, because these guys all suck. Before you go there, I know many of you have already gone there, and many of you have been there probably for a while. Don't forget, well, I guess if we pray, there will be a 2027 season. There will be a 2028 season. There will be a 2029 season. Yes, we're going to need some divine intervention right now for those things. My point being, fine. Trade away and get rid of everything you don't like. But at some point, you have to field the team next year.
Yeah.
And you have to field one the year after.
Yeah.
And the bottom line is Manny and Fernando and Bogarts and Crony and Merrill are pretty much all going to still be here. And so you're going to have to do your best with that. And so who you going to trade really? Ty France, he's been the best player on the team.
I have a name.
Go ahead.
Michael King.
Well, there you go. Another, yeah, okay.
But he's not a guarantee to be here with the team next year.
Trade him.
So.
Trade him.
I mean,
trade him. He's about the fifth best ERA among starters in all of baseball. Mason Miller's the best closer in baseball. Those are two things you do have. I'm not a fan of trading what I have when I need like 15 things.
I'm with you on that.
So anyway, we'll see where it goes. This season is going away, though. And the only thing that Skraby and I could think of today to try to put a smile on everybody's face is to talk a little football.
Yes, I was thinking
we can at least know that there's an NFL season coming up, and to that extent, our guy Greg Camarillo is going to come on later, and we're going to get away from this depressing Padres stuff at least for a little while.
I was sitting at the Voice of San Diego, watching the game on my phone, and realizing where it was going. I had text out for baseball guys. I'm like, I don't even want to talk trades today.
Yeah,
let's just talk to Greg Camarillo.
Yeah, what more is anybody going to say about this team? Well, if you want to know, tune into Notes on a Scorecard, because I will say some more things at the bottom of this hour.
I'm a little nervous. I'm going to dump button ready. I'm going to have everything.
Oh, you think I'm going to swear?
It would be well deserved. It would be okay in my book, but not the FCC's book.
Atlanta 6, Padres 5. Series goes to the Braves. Padres are 2-5 on a make-or-break road trip that is breaking them maybe for good.
It's breaking all of us, Chris. We're all breaking.
Yeah, the 2026 season is fading fast, people. We will come back. I'll tell you what else is happening around sports on this Thursday. Unfortunately for us, not much. So we'll probably come right back and discuss a few more things about today's game that weren't great. Or maybe we should talk about what was great today. Luis Rengifo and Ty France.
Yeah, I need to say something about Luis Rengifo.
I mean, this is what we're left with now. Two guys who nobody wanted.
It's true.
Ty France was a pickup in the
late spring pickup.
And a non-roster invite. Nobody wanted him on any roster. Luis Rengifo was released a month and a half ago by the Brewers because, they're so loaded they didn't need a guy like that anymore. I'm just saying this is what we're left with.
Hey, we got some pro football people on the chat.
Let's talk some football. That'll be coming up to Gwynn and Chris. Obviously, Tony's traveling, if you haven't guessed by now.
I looked at his plane, and it's not taken off yet for some reason.
Yes, the Padres, well, maybe they're going to change their mind.
Just stay in it or just
not
come
go
home.
to Miami. Just come on home.
Yeah.
Save us all the anguish this weekend.
Hey, guess what? They can get right back in it next week, Chris. The rest of the week. The next 9 are against the Marlins, the Giants, and the Rockies.
Great.
In 9 days, we're going to be talking about the wild card bound Padres.
That's just what we need right now is some false hope. We're underway. Thanks for being with us.
Clear your schedule and tune in.
Stay low. Hands on the heart. Stay low. bucket off now. Okay, take goggles down to your neck. Crash landing, huh? What? We're gonna crash land. More or less. We're gonna hit the ground. Keep my knee. Don't worry about it. Pick up. Punch up. Right on all the way down. Right that brake. All the way. Here we go. Up there. You idiot. Typical tandem student right there. I tried. I wrecked your good job, buddy. Fun, huh? You need help with anything? Okay, I'm nervous. Stay low. Hands on the heart. Stay low.
Talk about, what they say, birds?
Caw!
I hate to tell you, but the only birds I know to talk about would be like eagles, cardinals, falcons, seahawks, things like that.
Oh, football birds.
Yeah.
What about the bird that flew from Alaska to New Zealand?
We already talked about that.
Yeah,
I think we gave that more than enough time on the show.
We definitely did.
We have talked about birds. The season is for the birds. How's that? Braves over the Padres 6-5 today.
You can say that again.
And Padres fall to 50 and 53. They are, eighth in the wild card. They're 3.5 back, and they have to jump over 5 teams. Other than that, it's going quite well.
Okay, great.
Yeah, you're feeling it.
Yeah.
And as you said, with the Marlins, who've lost 9 in a row coming up, and then a homestand against the eminently beatable Rockies and Giants, perhaps a 7-8 game winning streak is on the horizon. Hey, the Red Sox did it, didn't they?
Yes, they did. They did 15.
Yeah, ended last night, but still a hell of a good streak by the Red Sox. One other note from baseball last night that I wanted to get into. This Yordan Alvarez is okay. We don't follow the Astros because you and I don't do, American League much. None of us really do. The Padres aren't in the American League.
I know about him, though.
Well, of course we know about Yordan Alvarez. What we don't know is how good he is. Like, we don't pay it close enough attention. He's winning the Triple Crown in the American League right now, and he's winning it by kind of a wide margin. Like, he's ahead in the batting race, he's quite a bit ahead in the home run race, and he's quite a bit ahead in the RBI race. Do you know how many Triple Crowns have been won in baseball, Skraby, in the last 60 years?
I know Miguel Cabrera won one.
Years.
Maybe like 3?
No, 1. That's it. You named it.
Really? That's it? I thought there were... Wow.
Miguel Cabrera in 2012 won the Triple Crown. Before that, you have to go back to 1967, which is 60 years ago. Carl Yastrzemski was the other winner. Before that, Frank Robinson, 1966. Interestingly, there was a Triple Crown winner back-to-back years, 66 and 67.
That is interesting.
And then for 60 years, there's been one. The last National League Triple Crown remains a guy by the name of Joe, and man, they had better nicknames back then, Joe Ducky Medwick.
Why was his name Ducky?
I have no
know?
idea, but his name was Ducky Medwick. He played for the Cardinals in 1937. So you need a hundo almost to go back for a National League Triple Crown winner.
Oh, he had 2. He had other ones. His name was also Muscles.
Oh, you looked up Joe Ducky,
Yes,
Ducky Joe Medwick
He
there?
has nicknamed Ducky, Muscles, and Mickey.
Yeah, well, he had a pretty good year in 1937, I can tell you that. But Yordan Alvarez, 328. He's 21 points up in the batting race, 34 home runs. He leads by 4 and 77 RBIs. He leads by 6. And other than Otto Lopez, who has a slightly better batting average in the National League, but Yordan Alvarez almost has the Triple Crown for all of baseball. Like, he's ahead of everybody in both leagues.
Yeah.
So, maybe it's quiet because the Astros aren't having a great year. Maybe it's because the American League.
It is
Maybe
weird
people
how
are
quiet
talking
it
about it that I'm not hearing. But what he's doing this year is pretty special.
And I just didn't think he had the ability with the average.
I don't think
to
anybody
be up
did.
there.
Yeah,
That's the thing that surprises me.
328 is
most.
pretty good. He had he hit a game-winning home run off Alcantara last night to give the Marlins their 9th straight loss. So, yeah, Yordan Alvarez is having a pretty historic season right now. Real quick before, or actually early in the game today, Tony Gwynn Jr. texted both of us from the booth.
Oh, gosh.
In celebration of something that he deemed, that he was correct on.
Yes.
So why don't you take us through that? We're going to talk more about it in Notes on a Scorecard. But
yes. He texted us.
What did you say? And then tell us where he felt like he got the last laugh on you.
So yesterday, I even started it with, Tony is going to disagree with me on this.
Okay.
But I said, Luis Rengifo, being a new guy to the team, should not be allowed to challenge because he challenged, he got rid of all their challenges, so then they couldn't challenge it anywhere else in the game, and they could have used it in the next inning. So I was saying, hey, he's new to the team, just don't let him challenge until he figures it out.
Okay.
Well, then he hits a home run last night. He drives in 3 guys, or a couple guys today.
Right.
And Tony immediately texts us, that's why the rule about being a new guy and maybe not challenging pitches is stupid. And I said, I deserve that after saying it in his homer last night. I mean, he can do whatever he wants if he's going to hit the ball.
Well,
like
he didn't
is.
challenge anything today.
No.
Fernando did, and it was actually a great challenge that led them to their 3-run rally. It is part of what I will discuss in Notes on a Scorecard.
All
That's
right.
coming up
We
next.
got packed Notes on a Scorecard.
It's going to be a little hardcore today. So get ready
Should
for
I
it.
prepare myself?
Yeah, everybody should. It's coming up next on Gwynn and Chris.
Gwynn and Chris.
Thank you for listening to 97.3 The Fan. Be back shortly. I would be back shortly if the thing will click. See, I'm clicking. I have no idea what's happening. It's not playing any commercials right now. Well, this is just great, everybody. Let me see if I could try to start another one. All right, well, this is awesome. On the air right now with no help, and there are no commercials to be played. Actually, you know what I'm going to do, everybody? You're getting a real live thing right here. This is real live Matt Skraby. I'm going to have to restart Wide Orbit real quick, so goodbye, Wide Orbit. It's not even closing. I'm going to text Adam, and I'm going to say, Adam, I tried to go to break, and the commercials did not play. And the program won't shut down. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have to do some Control-Alt-Delete over here. Control-Alt-Delete. Okay, I got it. Task Manager. It's not coming up. There it goes. Task Manager came up, everybody. I have no idea. I'm way too generous with my stroke giving. Never mind.
Are you really?
Never mind.
Wait.
I did not mean for that to happen. I did not.
That sounds like a promo to me.
Skraby's giving out strokes. I can't wait to hear that one. I'm gonna laugh for a while on that one.
Nate says, Skraby, maybe you should date her.
You might be a generous stroke giver, but I don't think she really wants to leave her boyfriend for that.
All right, that was good. That was good. In full disclosure, I'm reading this. Tony can't gather himself right now. That was a good one, Chris. That was a really good one. So I saw this at 7-Eleven, and I had to get it. It's called the One Chip Challenge. It was sitting there in the aisle, and I thought, why not? Because I am into spicy stuff. But this thing looks pretty hot. I'm not going to lie. It says a Reaper pepper and a Scorpion pepper. It's also in the shape of a coffin, which doesn't make me very happy about that. It doesn't make me feel good. Oh, extreme heat, it says. I'm going to try a little bit first, just so I don't die, I guess. That's the thing I'm saying. This looks... I don't even know if I should be eating this. It looks like it has mold or something, but let's see how hot it is. Let's go. There's a little bit of spice there. It's going. Oh, man. This is hot. It's not that bad, though. I still have this side to go. It is getting hot. I'm not gonna lie. My mouth is like getting crazy. Now it's kicking in. I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish this. Honestly, it's getting serious. I gotta go with the milk. My mouth is dying right now. Yeah, this is not fun, guys. Never gonna do that again because my mouth is on fire. Thank you for listening to 97.3 The Fan. Be back shortly. I would be back shortly if the thing will click. See, I'm clicking. I'm clicking. I have no idea what's happening. It's not playing any commercials right now. Well, this is just great, everybody. Let me see if I could try to start another one. All right, well, this is awesome. On the air right now with no help, and there are no commercials to be played. Actually, you know what I'm going to do, everybody? You're getting a real live thing right here. This is real live Matt Skraby. I'm going to have to restart Wide Orbit real quick, so goodbye, Wide Orbit. It's not even closing. I'm going to text Adam, and I'm going to say, Adam, I tried to go to break, and the commercials did not play. And the program won't shut down. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to do some Control-Alt-Delete over here. Control-Alt-Delete. Okay, I got it. Task Manager. It's not coming up. There it goes. Task Manager came up, everybody. I have no idea. I'm way too generous with my stroke giving. Never mind.
Are you really?
Never mind.
Wait.
I did not mean for that to happen. I did not.
That sounds like a promo to me.
Skraby's giving out strokes. I can't wait to hear that one. I'm gonna laugh for a while on that one.
Nate says, Skraby, maybe you should date her.
You might be a generous stroke giver, but I don't think she really wants to leave her boyfriend for that.
All right, that was good. That was good. In full disclosure, I'm reading this. Tony can't gather himself right now. That was a good one, Chris. That was a really good one. So I saw this at 7-Eleven, and I had to get it. It's called the One Chip Challenge. It was sitting there in the aisle, and I thought, why not? Because I am into spicy stuff. But this thing looks pretty hot. I'm not going to lie. It says a Reaper pepper and a Scorpion pepper. It's also in the shape of a coffin, which doesn't make me very happy about that. It doesn't make me feel good. Oh, extreme heat, it says. I'm going to try a little bit first, just so I don't die, I guess. That's the thing I'm saying. This looks... I don't even know if I should be eating this. It looks like it has mold or something, but let's see how hot it is. Let's go. There's a little bit of spice there. It's going. Oh, man. This is hot. Not that bad, though. I still have this side to go. It is getting hot. I'm not gonna lie. My mouth is like getting crazy. Now it's kicking in. I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish this. Honestly, it's getting serious.
Scoreboard watching only really matters when you're in the hunt. So, if you think the Padres are in the hunt, then the score might, mean something to you. Cardinals 2, Diamondbacks nothing there in the bottom of the first in St. Louis. Everything else is, there's like 2 or 3 American League games, and then everyone else is off. Padres fell to the Braves 6-5. Crisello, Matt Skraby, Bill House Studios, where we know how. And we're going to get into some football a little later because that's about the only happiness we can think of. Greg Camarillo will join us, but right now, the bill has come due, Skraby. After a 6-5 loss to the Braves, it's time for notes on a scorecard.
What did Chris like? What does Chris want to clean up? Observations written on a grocery list. Notes on a scorecard starts now.
All right, here's the grocery list. And here are the notes. It says even up there, Skraby, notes. I got to get one that says notes on a scorecard.
Oh, we could do that. We could
probably make that happen in this day and age,
custom pad of paper.
I'm going to start with something that happened last night's game. I don't normally do this on notes on a scorecard, but we didn't get to talk after last night's game. And it has to do with whether or not the Padres are a smart team. And I'm going to tell you in advance that I feel like, and I'm not the smartest guy in the room. I'm not claiming that. Don't even think for a second. But I also feel like this is a bit high level smarts. And it just shows me that, in my sense, the Padres don't think everything through. And we go to the 7th inning last night. The game was tied 1-1 because Jackson Merrill had homered to tie the game. Last night's game, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Bogarts.
It was a big boy home run, too.
Big boy home run. Ties it up. Everyone's excited. Xander gets to second. Crony's on first. There's 2 outs. Who is at the plate? Do you remember? I'll tell you if you don't. 2 outs, 7th inning, 1-1 tie. Bogarts at second, Crony at first. Don't look it up.
I'm looking straight ahead. I can't think of it.
Guy at the plate was a rather hot hitter.
Ty France?
Fernando Tatis Jr.
Okay.
I mean, you could almost say that Fernando Tatis Jr. is the guy of all people you would want at the plate with a chance to break the tie there. What happened? Do you remember? I'll tell you because we don't have time. I got to get through today's notes on the scorecard. Bogarts and Cronenworth executed a double steal. Now, first of all, they were safe. Bogarts beat the play at third base. Throw was a little high, slid in.
Oh,
safe.
Yeah.
Okay. First point, we've already criticized Fernando in the past for doing this. But do you really need to steal third with 2 outs?
I was thinking about this.
Because if you're out, you just took the bat out of Fernando's hands. Your best hitter, you took the bat out of his hands. And all you did was get a little closer. But you know what? He wasn't out. He was safe. Right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
But you know what happened? He took the bat out of Fernando's hands anyway. Because as soon as they stole second and third, they intentionally walked Fernando. Now you have Luis Rengifo to break the tie, and I grant you he's been a bit of a hot hitter. But if I were to ask you who you really wanted up, it would be 100-0. The vote would be for Fernando. That's what I'm talking about, whether this is a smart team. I don't mind being aggressive. I get it. They have to be. They have to make things happen. We've talked about this. But I don't think that's a smart play. It's just not. You want Fernando to swing there.
Didn't even think about it, but I guess this is just another growing pain for a young manager.
But this isn't a young man. This is Xander Bogaerts. He's a veteran Major League Baseball player. And I'm sure he felt, hey, I got to jump. I can take it. But there's certain times you have to tell yourself, standing at second base, I don't care what happens, unless it's a wild pitch, I can't go to third because I can't let them walk Fernando. That is the kind of thinking that I believe needs to happen for me to qualify you as a smart team.
I can see that.
All right, so that's last night.
I can see that.
All right, let's get into today's game.
Because they immediately walked him.
Yeah, of course.
So no hesitation.
Right. So what happened, if you're out, you took the bat out of his hands. But even when you were safe, you took the bat out of his hands.
It's a good point, Chris. Didn't think about it.
Today's game, here's the reality check heading into the game, Skraby. With 70 games left, this team needs to go 36-24. I'm sorry, 60 games left. They got to go 36-24 to reach 86 wins, which is the number we felt they needed for the playoffs. They now need to go 36-23, of course. But before the game today, they needed to have a 600 winning percentage the rest of the way. That's the reality check.
Yeah, that is a reality check.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine them doing that.
You can watch me on YouTube. Just go to Gwynn Chris or 97.3. Like, my mind being blown and realizing that the season is
it's not computing,
sliding away very quickly.
It's not computing. Top of the first inning, we saw Tatis, Rengifo, and Ty France all swinging, all striking out. Not one of those pitches was a strike. Let's just say this. Chris Sale's amazing. We'll talk about it more, but it's an example of something you've said a lot. They're all trying to do too much to get out of it. Yeah. A team that's going well, maybe they are able to spit on some of those pitches and get another swing. But all three guys went out swinging in the top of the first on pitches that were not strikes. Kyle Hart gives us a perfect bottom of the first. I don't know that the openers they've used have given up a run yet. That's you'd have to look it up. That's their 9th opener. They almost always seem to go 1, 2, 3. The problem is the Padres are now 3-6 this year in games that have openers have started. So even though the first inning has worked, the rest of the game hasn't worked.
And you know, we saw them, what was it, last week? Kyle Hart opened a game. He pitched well. They left him out there for the second inning. Like, we've seen them try several different instances
They're trying it
of
all.
this.
Yeah, that I can't complain with Craig Stammen about. He's really trying a lot of different things. He's not just stupidly rolling the same thing out there and hoping it changes. Top of the second inning, I mentioned it already, but if Fermin's batting 7th, I don't feel a lot of hope in that day's game.
Neither do I.
Fermin swings at the first pitch, by the way, and flies to left field. Only the left fielder, Mauricio Dubon, I don't know. Did he think that was Lou Gehrig swinging? It was Fermin, but he took 3 steps back. And then by the time he ran in, the ball landed for a hit. It's just one of those crazy, quirky things about baseball. That is called a hit. But that was an error in judgment at the very least. That was an easy can of corn, easy out. It would turn out to cost the Braves 3 runs.
Yes.
It's interesting, but we talk about this a lot. Plays made and not made decide games. This was a play that anybody could make, but he didn't make it, and it really cost the Braves. The difference between the Braves and the Padres right now, though, Braves can stand to make a mistake. Padres can't. And we saw that today. The Braves made this mistake. They still won the game.
Yeah, you've been saying that for a while, is that the Padres can't afford to make any mistakes because they can't overcome them.
As a former pitcher, by the way, I would love the rule changed. And on an easy pop-up like that, the guy misjudges it so bad, I think they should still call an error. It's just me trying to lower people's ERA.
I don't disagree with that.
You asked Chris Sale if he agrees with me.
No, he definitely agrees with you.
Those 3 runs were earned runs, and he knows darn well the inning should have been over.
And his ERA is low.
Yeah, and that didn't help it. Tatis with a great challenge. in the top of the second inning. And here's where we've talked about this. Normally I say don't ever challenge before the 5th or 6th inning. But if the bases are loaded and 2 outs and this really matters, then by all means, if you think you're right, it's worth the risk. Mm-hmm. Fernando challenged. They overturned it. He ended up getting a walk. That led to not only that run, but Rengifo's 2-run single. Great, Fernando. The correct use of the ABS system, something that we haven't been able to say much of this year. Bottom of the second inning, Griffin Canning comes in, immediately serves up a home run to Michael Harris. And as I kind of joked earlier, the leadoff walk would have been preferable there. You know, Canning always walks the first guy.
He does.
But he didn't today. Instead, he gave up a home run.
Yeah, the walks weren't an issue today.
Yeah, right. Top of the 4th inning, Bowen comes up. He strikes out. He had no chance. He's hitting 137. I mentioned it earlier. Spring training is spring training for a reason. Jace Bowen tricked us into thinking this guy's a major league hitter. He might be at some point. He's not now. Yeah, I'm not picking on him. I'm just saying the truth.
Yeah.
Because I like him. I like the way he hustles and plays. He's made some good defensive plays. He runs the bases. He's made some good plays there. But I'm just telling you what I see. And I'm not meaning to pick on that, but that just is what it is. Bottom of the 4th inning, you've got to make better pitches in the big leagues. And again, it's Griffin Canning, but you got Albie set up. It's a 1-2 count. Your catcher calls for a fastball up above the zone. You want it above the shoulders so that Albies will see it and hopefully swing right under it. You see a lot of strikeouts on that pitch. But if you don't get it up high enough, you leave it in the middle of the plate. Instead of your strikeout, it's a home run. Mm-hmm. Give Albie some credit, but really it's your mistake. 3-2 at that point. The inning continues.
I need to save that one.
How many catcher interferences can a guy have in 1 week?
Apparently a lot.
I can't go there.
I was waiting for this to come up because I knew it was going to, because it's something that
It just shouldn't happen.
It's killing them.
It shouldn't happen. It can happen once a year, not twice in 3 games. It puts another runner on base. Guess what? The difference of the game was, in the end, 1 run. It's another run they didn't earn. You gave it to them with a bad play, and play that shouldn't happen.
Same guy, too. Dubon.
Same guy, same catcher, Same result at the end. And, I just, that kind of stuff is going to drive me crazy. Anyway, before the inning's over, 3-run homer. Now it's 5-3.
And it bothers me that it's just that they're allowing the worst hitters on the team
Dominic
to crush
Smith.
them.
But you're allowing him to crush you by throwing the ball right in the middle of the plate.
He's a major league hitter. He's going to take advantage of that.
I mean, I could do the whole notes on a scorecard on catcher's interference. But I digress.
Let's go.
Bottom of the 4th inning. This is after the home run.
It's only the bottom of the 4th. It seems like this is
this is going to carry
over stuff.
Well, this is going to carry over today. Morejon comes in because Canning's now done after 2 2/3, which is normal for him, unfortunately. And I don't know how many longer you're going to keep running him out there. You keep making excuses and tell me why you need to run him out there, but it's your season that you're let get away, so not up to me. This was just a moment of fun for me. Morejon threw a pitch to Jarvis, the shortstop, left-handed hitter.
Goodness.
Right up around the head. But Jarvis swung. And we're like, and I'm thinking, what? But you know what? It's just a reminder of how little time you have as a hitter to judge where their pitch is. You don't have a lot of time at all. And that ball's coming in and then it tails up like that. You've already committed to your swing. You can look like that.
Yep.
So it's just a reminder how tough hitting really is.
Hitting is very
really
tough.
is.
But then the Jarvis guy shouldn't kill you anyway, but he did later.
Well, he did yesterday more than anything.
Yesterday.
Yeah, had the big hit
yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was yesterday.
You're not going to like this one.
Okay.
Sorry.
Bring it to me.
You Fernando lovers are not going to like this one. Bottom of the 5th inning, Albies hits a ground ball to shortstop. Routine. But what did Albies do that Fernando and Machado don't do? Albies sprinted his ass to first base. And guess what happened? Bogarts kind of lollygagged it, didn't get to it, threw across his body, didn't get a lot on the throw. Safe. And you tell me, I don't care if my guys run it out or not. Okay. I don't need to say anything further because you have it the way you want it. This time it didn't matter. Albies ended good throwing out stealing. So I did point that out.
Yeah,
but
you have to point that part out.
I did, but he shouldn't have been there at all.
He shouldn't. Well, yeah, he shouldn't.
Before he got thrown out, by the way, Fermin wasted a challenge in the 5th inning.
Poor Fermin is just...
He can't get out of my crosshairs.
It's been a really bad stretch for him in the last.
He challenged a 1-0 pitch with 2 outs and a man on first. He was wrong, so the count went to 2-0. If he had been right, the count would have gone to 1-1.
Doesn't
It
matter.
would not have changed anything, even if he was right. That's why it's a dumb challenge. Been saying it all year. Top of the 6th inning, Xander strikes out. That slider. Before the inning was over, I think 2 more strikeouts for Sale. Padres had 23 swings and misses today in 6 innings against Chris Sale. Make no mistake, that slider is about as unhittable of a pitch as there is in Major Leagues.
Nasty.
That's not just the Padres, that's anybody. Bottom of the 6th inning, why do I love me some Ty France? Because he saves the game. At least for the time being, he did. First and second, 1 out. Dominic Smith, hard ground ball, down the line, is heading to the right field corner. Ty France gloves it. What is anybody going to do under those circumstances? He's standing almost in right field in foul territory. The only play he has now that he made a great play to glove it is to first base. Except for his dumb pitcher, Matt Waldron, like every one of the rest of these guys, is not covering first. So, Ty France has to eat the ball. Oh, no. Ty France, incredibly, to me, flat-footed, not even looking in that direction, gets enough to throw the guy out at second base. That was you don't understand to me how good of a play that was.
Oh, it was incredible.
Every other first baseman would have eaten that ball because the pitcher wasn't covering, and no one would have said a word.
Yeah.
It would have been like, hey, bases loaded. Pitcher should have been covering. Ty France still got an out. And then when Yaz flied out, inning ended, still 5-3, still had a chance. Ty France has done this so well all year long. Thank you, Ty.
Yes, thank you, Ty. He's the only bright spot in
We're
a long
only
time.
through 6 innings. I'm sorry to say, because the last 3 innings, it gets even meaner. A little more of the notes on a scorecard.
Everybody get ready.
In a day that deserves to carry over, and if you are truly a Craig Stammen fan, duck.
Andy said it's because Waldron thought he gave up another double.
Yes, right. He's used to it, but that's not a good enough excuse.
I mean, if I'm a pitcher and I saw Garrett Cole last year not cover first in the World Series, I'm never having that happen to me, ever.
Yeah. What a play that was. Ty France, I wish we had 9 of you.
Yes.
All right, we'll finish up the notes on a scorecard and check in on some other stuff. Gwynn and Chris. Matt Skraby. We are at the Bill Howe Studios. We know how. All guests join us on the SCCCU fan hotline. Not big bank banking. It's better. Greg Camarillo will do that at the bottom of the hour, which means we'll get to talk some football, which is a whole lot more fun than what we've been talking about. But we have to finish up notes on the scorecard after today's 6-5 loss. Unfortunately, Skraby, before we can go forward, we have to go back to something that happened in the game last night that we talked about earlier.
I didn't have time to fit this in.
Right. We didn't know. We didn't have it all then. So we have it now, and it's important that we share it with you. Because, again, it speaks to, is this team smart? And I don't know that I love this story very much, Scrabe. I really don't. I'm going to let you tell it the way Kevin Acee told it in his newsletter today. Yeah. It's about the double steal last night.
Yes.
When Bogaerts stole third, Cronenworth obviously had to follow him to second, which left first base open, and they immediately walked Fernando. And I talked about, was this a good move because you just took the bat out of Fernando's hands? Here's what happened with Kevin Acee.
Yeah, he looked
into it.
Yes, he did. I'm just going to read it straight from the story. When I asked Rengifo if he knew he was going to be batting with the bases loaded as soon as he saw the double steal, Tatis piped in from his neighboring locker, quote, "Everyone knew that."
Yeah.
Rengifo agreed. Everyone knew that, he said. Not everyone. Asked about his decision, Bogaerts replied to the suggestion it was going to, quote, "obviously prompt an intentional walk." Bogaerts said, quote, "You knew that. I didn't know. If I knew that, I wouldn't have done it. Walt Weiss did not give me a heads up." Bogaerts said he wanted to go with Sheets up, but did not because Sheets bats from the left side, so he did it while Fernando was up with a righty in the box.
Go back to what Bogaerts said there. He said, "I didn't know that they were going to walk Fernando."
Yeah.
I mean, you should have. You're Xander Bogaerts. You've been playing baseball for a while now. This is not his rookie season, Scraby. This is not a first-year thing. This is a selfish, really, really bad decision by Bogaerts. Now that I even know more about why, that he thought this through. This wasn't even like a spur of the moment where he felt like, man, I got a great jump, I got to go.
Yeah, he was going to go before.
He sat and thought this through, and then when he was asked, he said, "Really? You knew that they were going to walk Fernando?" I mean, Xander, your own guy, said they knew.
Two guys
said they knew. And now you're going to try to say that Walt Weiss pulled a fast one on you because he didn't, tell you? Any manager would walk Fernando there. If I knew it, Fernando knew it, Rengifo knew it, you didn't think about it, but had you would have known it.
Yeah.
Xander Bogaerts should know that. And I just can't get behind that kind of thinking. That is selfish baseball. That's just not smart, good baseball. And I expect better from somebody. Yeah, Xander wants to hit 180, fine, he's slumping. But if you want to play, just make mistakes like that, and then, in a lot of ways, almost be critical to the man who asked him about it. Like, oh, what, you knew that? Yeah, that's a very fair question that was asked of him.
Here's what he said. Bogaerts said, he went on to say, the players, they confirmed that it was his decision, by the way. "I think we're always trying to be aggressive on the bags, and who knows, they were probably going to pitch around Tatis in that situation anyway. The more guys we get on base, Rengifo is a major league hitter. We felt good about it. He had a home run off Raisel Iglesias tonight, so to say he can't do that against Fuentes would not be ideal." He makes a point there.
Who said that?
Bogaerts. But he's trying to cover up for his bad mistake.
At that point.
At this point, Bogaerts just needs to say, yeah, it was not a smart play.
As it turned out, maybe I shouldn't have gone. End of story.
Yeah, and then we move on. But
I just don't like
that response tells me that these people, these guys are really going through it right now, and they should because they're not playing well. But those sort of things can't happen to this team. They cannot make up from it.
Losing baseball.
It is.
That's losing baseball. All right, into that.
Are we back to the...
Yeah, we're back to today's game. Let's go to the seventh inning. At this point, the Padres, if you're just joining us on Notes on a Scorecard, the Padres are currently behind 5-3, thanks to a great play by Ty France in the bottom of the sixth that helped keep it 5-3. But in the bottom of the seventh, it became 6-3. Now, for the first time today, I can't blame the Padres. I got to tip my cap to the Braves. That 3-2 pitch that Waldron made to Drake Baldwin was on the ground, curving towards his ankle.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have swung at it. It was ball 4.
He's just a good hitter.
So he hits it out of the ballpark. That's just unbelievable. So that's all I'm going to say there. Top of the 8th inning, just to prove that the Padres aren't the only pitching staff that makes bad pitches, Tyler Kinley. This guy used to be a Rocky, so I think he learned it a long time ago. But you have an 0-2 pitch. You don't throw the ball right down the middle. Room service. And right now, Ty France ain't going to miss it. So 2-run homer, Ty France, 16th of the year. Great job. 6-5 ball game.
Let me play the highlight just so we can hear something
But
fun.
it was an 0-2 pitch. It should not have happened.
Kinley delivers, and France swings, hits it in the air, deep to left field. Dubon backing up. This one over his head. Gonna go into the Padre bullpen.
I love Ty France.
Well, what's not to love? He's the
hard
best
worker.
He's the best defensive player you have, and he's the best offensive player you have. What problems do you have
He's
with him?
the Padres MVP right now.
That made it 6-5. And this is where it's going to get a little shaky for the Padre manager. I want everybody to, batten down the hatches here, because here we go. It's 6-5. You now have 5 outs left in the game. If you're the Padres, right? There was 1 out in the inning when the home run was hit.
Yep.
So you have 5 outs left. You need to get a run at least somewhere, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
The 5 hitters are going to be the 5 guys we talked about at the beginning of Notes on a Scorecard. Bogarts, Sheets, Fermin, Bowen, Cronenworth. None of them great options the way they're going right now. None of them great options against lefty hit pitchers. None of them really good options at all. But you do have Campusano, Merrill, and Song on the bench. You have all 3 of them. You also have Rodolfo Duran, but I don't think he's necessarily in your thought process here.
Probably not.
Okay. Your question, if you're Craig Stammen, is I have 5 at-bats left, but I have 8 players for those at-bats. How am I going to use this best to get a run and win this or tie this game or maybe win it? So you can't pinch hit all 5, right?
No.
You've got 5. You only have 3 pinch hitters.
Yeah.
So you have to pick and choose what you want to do here. Xander, I think that was smart. Let him bat. I'm not going to use my pinch hitter with 1 out in the 8th inning. And it is still Bogarts as badly as he's going.
He could run into one.
Bogarts is going to get a swing. He flies out. He's now 0 for 4 again. Sheets is next with 2 outs. They bring in the lefty. The Braves do. Now you have to ask yourself, if you're Craig Stammen, do I want Sheets to face a lefty? He's hitting 170 against lefties. He's almost an automatic out there. However, there's 2 outs, bases empty. Do I want to waste one of my pinch hitters here? Or should I save them for the 9th inning when I have Fermin leading off and Bowen batting second? I can't be too critical of this decision because your choices weren't very good. But the way that you ended up doing it, you absolutely should have pinch hit here for Sheets. And I'll tell you why when I break down the 9th inning. But they didn't. Sheets, as you might expect, flied out. Inning over. So now we're into the 9th. 6-5. You still have 3 outs left, but now you have 3 pinch hitters. All right? It's because you haven't used any yet. You should have used one, but you didn't. So who is a better hitter? Let me just ask you before we get into decision-making. Skraby, I'll ask you and everybody listening, who's a better hitter? Straight up. Campusano or Sun Moon Song?
Right. I mean,
is it even a question?
The proof is Campusano.
Campusano. It's not even really much of a question.
No.
But who did they go with there? They went with Song. Here's why. I'm going to tell you why that was a mistake later. But to me, Campusano should be the hitter there. And the managers, this almost isn't Stammen's fault. This is almost every manager's fault. It's a right-handed pitcher so we got to use a left-handed hitter. No, you don't have to, especially when the lefty's or the righty's better. What you wanted to me in this with Song, you had Song. What you wanted with Song was for him to get on base because now he's really a threat. But he getting himself on base was not the best option. Mm-hmm. Campusano should have hit there. He didn't. Song got out. I think he struck out. Now Song's done for you. 1 out.
We have a chat saying that Campy isn't 100%, so we don't know how his oblique was feeling today.
They can use an excuse, whatever they want. I mean, he's playing. Give me a break. I'm sorry. You're suited up. Stop making these excuses.
I don't disagree.
Next hitter, Jace Bowen. You know he's not hitting. Jackson Merrill is the only choice. He's the right choice. Unfortunately, flies out. But at least you made the right choice.
Yeah.
So now you're down to Jake, or you still have Campusano. You haven't used him yet. But Jake makes more sense at this point. He's left-handed. He can hit righties. And guess what? Gets a hit. So now what do? What you do is you bring Song in to pinch run and steal second and get in position to tie the game.
That's a great idea.
Oh, sorry.
Can't do that.
We already used Song.
Can't do that.
We led him off instead of Campusano. So now Jake's on first. What did Fernando do? Base hit. Would Song have scored from second had he stolen? You bet he would have. But could he score could Cronenworth score from first on that?
No.
Of course not. It's just, you're going to say it's second guessing. You can. But I actually thought all this through myself as I was watching it unfold, and I don't think it was second guessing. I think it's first guessing. Song should not have hit. Song should have been there for the moment somebody got on base so that he could try to steal.
Yeah.
He's almost 90%. And now a base hit ties the game. And if you were going to do what you did, remember, Campusano never did get into the game at all. So then why the hell didn't he pinch hit for Sheets in the 8th inning? Why did you let Sheets hit against the lefty when you never used Campusano? That's not good managing. That is not putting your players in the best position to be successful. That is the issue I had with the end of today's game.
Fair issue.
And if you love Craig Stammen, I do too. But I'm just telling you that that was not well done.
I think we're really, really seeing at this point in the season what an inexperienced manager can do. And this is, making
anything I've
small
said,
mistakes
if
add up
anything
to
I've
big
said
mistakes.
look like it's kind of second guessing after the fact. Does anything I'm saying here look like it's a cheap shot or not fair?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think it is.
I think there's probably a lot of people watching, thinking along with you, like, wait, we don't have Song anymore.
Song was the man to come in for Jake there. Now, he could get thrown out and the game's over, but to me, that was your best shot. Get Song in to run, let him steal. Now all you need is a single from Fernando, and you got the single. But he wasn't out there.
He was not.
And, again, the second part of it, Campusano wasn't going to hit in the 9th inning, then why didn't he hit for Sheets in the 8th inning? There's no reason to send Sheets up lefty on lefty there when you've got Campusano there.
Yeah. I don't think it's second guessing. I
just think
I would tell you if I thought it was second guessing, but I don't think it is because these are simple decisions. Not simple.
Yeah,
but
nothing simple.
These are basic managerial decisions.
Basic.
Like
Pretty basic.
These are the things that you already know when you get hired.
Pretty basic. I mean, to me, you have to be thinking of that way. As soon as France hits the home run and makes it 6-5, it's 6-3. It's totally different. 6-5. Now we got 5 outs to get 1 run. What is the best course of action? And I don't think they took the best course of action.
With what you presented, I don't think they did either.
By the way, you did end up with Rengifo batting against Iglesias, and all Rengifo did was homer off him last night. But alas, not today.
Jess on the chat says, Chris, these managers rely too much on data. They don't think this was the wrong move because it's data-driven. You are 100% on track here.
If it's data-driven, I don't know what data you're looking at that tells you Sheets is a better option than Campusano in the 8th inning.
I mean,
You
Sheets
better
is
get
also
some-
on the coldest stretch of the season right now.
Yeah, you better get some different data if that data is telling you lefty on lefty was a better chance than Campusano.
I just got a text from someone asking, is the Padres bench coach not helping out? Because that was part of the thing. Ruben Niebla is...
Well, he's
I
not
believe
the
it's-
bench. No, he's a pitching coach.
Well, yeah, but his title is co-manager.
Yeah, but you got another bench coach there. Look, it's on all of them. But the only one I can be critical of is Stammen because he's the manager.
He's the manager, and he takes the heat.
So he has to
when
take
that
the
happens.
heat.
But
And I'll be straight. Kevin Acey's doing a hell of a job. And I'm not saying this for any other reason. He doesn't even come on our show. So, I'm not saying it to try to,
he's not allowed to come on our show.
Right. But, I'm not saying it to kiss his butt. But when you go in and you ask questions like you did yesterday, hey, why did you steal there? And, Fernando didn't get the bat. That's good reporting. That's not being mean.
No.
That's not being critical. That's asking questions that should be asked. You're the same guy that asks Bogarts, hey, what'd you see on that home run that you hit?
Yeah.
So you're there when he hits the home run. You're allowed to then be there when he makes a bad play and ask him about it. And I don't know, what the questioning was after the game today. And maybe we could go back to Sammy's, post-game show and hear some of that. I don't know if anyone asked Stammen about why he did what he did in the 9th inning and if he had to do it over again. But I believe that that's questioning that should be asked.
Randy Knorr is the bench coach, which I forgot his name. Thank you, Brandon.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
But Randy Knorr came in. They brought him in because he is a major league coaching veteran. And they brought him in to be someone that Craig Stammen can go to when he needs help. And it just doesn't, I'm not saying that Craig Stammen's not going to him. It just doesn't seem like it's working. Just doesn't seem like the decision-making is working right now. The decision-making is not, it is very perplexing at the moment.
Again, I will only push back to the phrase, the decision-making. The phrase that I'd rather choose is what I talked a little bit about before, which is you need to put your guys in the best position to be successful.
You do.
And I'm not seeing that.
Correct.
Song's best position to be successful in the 9th inning is not to lead off with a hit. His best position is to steal a base if someone else can get a hit.
Yeah.
Sheets' best position to be successful is not lefty on lefty. These are things that need to be done correctly, and especially, again, with a team that we've talked about has no room for error along the way.
Zero
They just
room.
don't have much.
They don't have any. It's like you see a mistake in a game, and you see the team feel like, oh, it's over.
Yeah.
Because it's just the way it has gone for them this year.
It's this year's team. The Braves made a terrible blunder today by not catching that fly ball, and it cost them 3 runs.
That was awful.
Gave the Padres 3 runs.
Against Chris Sale, you should win that game.
You need to win that game, but you didn't. All right, Gwynn and Chris continues. I hope everybody understands one thing about this last segment. This is not, in my mind anyway, not meant to be a Craig Stammen bashing segment. What it is meant to be is let's all understand how things could have been done better there. And, let's hope that the manager and the organization are all working to get better in situations like that. I'm not here to bash Craig Stammen. As a matter of fact, I'm here to be very complimentary of him 99% of the time. So I don't think, if you want to write in as, well, you always rip the manager, whatever. No, I don't.
I don't think there's anyone
That's
doing that right
All
now.
right.
Because there's.
But I just want people to get it. I'm not trying to sit here and just destroy something. I'm trying to learn, all of us learn together, how can we do this better? And I think they could have done that better. More Gwynn and Chris ahead. And what is before they try, what is the heat index they're facing? Do we know? Or
Well, you could look up the Scoville on a ghost pepper.
yeah,
It's one of the world's hottest. There's a couple of hotters.
Scoville's the measurement unit.
The X pepper and all of that.
Thanks for the education, because I did not know.
I've allowed milk and bread, but if I was asked,
tell
I would have
us
said
the
no.
actual rules of this. Like
The rule
want to see if
is
you can do it. I guess
you guys alternate spoonfuls until one of you can't.
That's
One
not
of you can't
happening.
do it anymore.
Yeah,
That's not happening.
until you can't do it anymore.
Fools.
I will take
And
one
the winner,
spoonful of
Skraby,
this.
has a jar
Yes.
of
here it
a
is.
couple of my jars.
I think they
products.
both are winners if they
Hold
pass
on,
this.
let's
I
say the
hate to
winners.
say, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
There will be no back and forth. There will be one spoonful.
Now I am.
This is the one that he has right now.
The 38,
Maybe.
Okay. All right.
Now
maybe.
this right here, I've been putting on some of my turkey burgers.
Good stuff.
This is hot.
Okay.
All right, are we
All
doing
right,
this?
hold on.
Here we go.
All right, let's
Adam's
do it.
ready.
This is a
There,
full
away he goes.
spoonful
He
of
does
the-
have a full spoonful
He does.
for those
This-
listening.
this
on
is-
that.
This is
I'm literally sweating watching him
That's
do
a
this
full
right
spoon?
now. That's a full spoon.
all
For
right.
sure.
That is a full
down the
spoon.
hatch we go.
All
All right.
right.
And man, he went the whole thing. He did not.
My
He did
turn?
not trickle that down the throat. He
He
just.
hasn't reached for the milk yet.
Skraby's coming over.
When does the heat kick in?
Oh.
I knew it.
When does the heat kick in?
Wow. You better go, dude.
There goes Skraby.
They
Skraby,
both did it.
did you swallow that, Skraby? Yeah.
That is some good stuff.
It's delicious.
delicious.
We're going to see it.
Tasty.
I'm going to watch you now.
I'm feeling it already. I am. Are you?
No.
He's
Adam's
feeling good.
feeling nothing. All right, so take another spoonful, Adam. You'll win.
Oh, come on. Now we're double dipping.
Oh,
he's
yeah,
all
you
one
can't put your
spoonful.
same
That's
spoon
not
in
what
there.
the competition's all about.
We always said
Spoonful
that.
two.
Yeah, go for
Oh
it.
yeah.
I always said that Adam Klug was kind of had a.
I at least use a different spoon. No double dipping.
All right.
Nice.
I didn't know where. I don't.
I
Think
always
it
thought
matters.
Adam Klug had a cold persona, but evidently it's just the opposite.
All right.
Big
He
boss
is
Michael
handling
Valenzuela
it.
in the
Wait,
YouTube
now,
chat,
dog.
by the way.
What you waiting on? You let laughing at drip in your hand. Oh, okay.
Skraby, where are you? Let me see.
Okay.
I'm just looking at Adam, and Adam's not having any problem at all.
Look at you, Adam.
Adam is backed
All right.
up.
College
But
boy.
this
I must tell you, Tony,
hold on.
that Adam has cashed the check.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he
he
did.
cashed
You said I
his
wouldn't
check.
be able to catch
I
you.
did.
No, you
I
cashed
sure
it,
did.
man.
You proved
cashed
me
it
wrong,
for
my
sure.
friend.
Skraby,
I gotta tell you though, this is further proof that whatever we got him with that
the
tie,
tie thing,
was
yeah, because
super weak.
this is less than a 10,
he's
right?
he's over here having a difficult time.
You're turning a little red,
The tie
Skraby.
was just as bad.
You're turning a
This
little
hit me
red.
By the way,
faster.
this is delicious.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
he's
he's
going
taking
there.
another one.
Yes.
Come on, Adam. Wow, you're gonna have to come back in 6 months with like an 88.
Oh.
38.
We'll have to go with the higher Scoville next time.
All right. Oh, wow. Look at this guy. He's talking
Drop.
trash now.
Well, he
I
should
haven't had a
be.
sip of milk or
He
bread.
hasn't even reached for it.
No, he doesn't
came out
even
of the
need the
gates
bread.
talking trash.
All right.
All right. Now
Hey,
I'm
man.
going to take another one.
What?
Well,
Why
you got
are
to hold
doing
another
this to
spoon.
yourself?
No, because I don't want.
You don't want
Look at-
Adam
look
to
at-
say
he-
he
by
has
the way,
wheat sauce,
yeah, he
baby.
get the whole
Full spoon,
get the
baby.
same thing that like he's dropping it all in there.
Keep the studio clean.
It's all anybody's
Big
worried
boss
about.
Michael watching over here. Come on.
Ooh, boy, Scrabe, get back in front of the camera. Your face is red, Scrabe, isn't it, Tony? Are you
I'm
seeing
sweating.
the same thing?
You are sweating. Your face is definitely.
Why do you keep doing this?
You're not feeling anything?
Adam hasn't even
Anything?
moved over
I
there.
feel a 1 or maybe a 2 out of 10 here.
Wow.
Adam
That's ridiculous
Klug-
because I'm.
Wow.
Adam Klug is a tough
Amy's
son of
now
a
bent
gun.
over the trash can.
No,
over
I had
there.
to spit.
I was going to say, it looks like Adam Klug may be producing the rest of the show because he's fine. Scraby may need
Scraby's
to
going to the
go
bed.
get
Bed, yeah, you know,
assistance.
Here's want
Frank-
the milk, dude. It might
Frank
work
predicted
better.
that.
No.
Oh, did he?
Frank
Scraby's having
predicted that.
bread.
Oh yeah, that Adam would just cruise through this with
Frank
no problem.
predicted this.
He did.
Frank on the last show.
Yeah,
said
you
Adam
had
would
it
have
like
no
that.
He
problem.
did.
I got a newfound respect from Tony Gwynn Jr.
Yes,
here.
you do.
So-
all right.
So Skraby has the prizes for you, Adam. You have one, a jar of the ghost
You can
pepper
have as much of this
salsa
as you want at all
and
times.
the,
Yeah.
Mr. Lane's Roasty 38 chili powder.
You should let me have that chili powder though. I think I do. I think I would do more damage.
Started
with
off
this.
giving me the mild. My
And what is before they try, what is the heat index they're facing? Do we know? Or
Well, you could look up the Scoville on a ghost pepper.
yeah.
It's one of the
Suspect.
world's hottest. There's a couple of hotters.
Scoville's the
Reaper
measurement unit.
and the X pepper and all of that.
Thanks for the education because I did not know.
I've allowed
Yeah.
milk and bread, but if I was
So
asked,
tell
I would
us
have
tell
said
us the
no.
actual rules of this. spoonfuls. Like
The rule
Want to see if he
is
can do it. I guess
you guys alternate spoonfuls until one of you can't.
Yeah,
one of
that's
you
not
can't
happening.
do it anymore.
Yeah,
That's not happening.
until you can't do it anymore.
Fools.
I will take
And
one.
the winner,
spoonful of
Skraby,
this.
has a jar
Yes.
of
here it
a
is.
couple of my jars.
I think they
Products.
both are winners if they
Hold
pass
on one
this.
second.
I
The
hate to
winners.
say, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
There will be no back and forth. There will be one spoonful.
Now I am.
This is the one that he has right now.
The 38,
Maybe.
Okay. All right.
No,
maybe.
this right here, I've been putting on some of my turkey burgers.
Good stuff.
This is hot.
Okay.
Right, and we do
All
it
right,
next.
hold on.
Here we go.
All right, let's
Adam's
do it.
ready.
This is a
There,
full
away he goes.
spoonful
God, he
of
does
the-
have a full spoonful
does.
for those
This is-
listening.
this
On
This
that.
is
I'm literally sweating watching him
That's
do
a
this
full
right
spoon?
now. That's a full spoon.
all
For
right.
sure.
That is a full
down the
spoon.
hatch we go.
All
All right.
right.
And man, he went the whole thing. He did not.
My
He did
turn?
not trickle that down the throat. He
He
just.
hasn't reached for the milk yet.
Scraby's coming over.
When does the heat kick in?
Oh.
I knew it.
When does the heat kick
Wow.
in? You have to be in the running to scoreboard watch, Scrabe.
I know you're joking, and the hard part about this is I can't give up on them until they're officially out.
Yeah, well, then you're going to have to hang in there for another, at least 6 or 7 weeks. There's a
it's
long
not
way to go in
likely.
the season. Yeah.
It's not likely.
There's
but
a long
we've
way to
seen
go in the season,
crazier
so-
things happen in baseball.
Yes, we've seen the Red Sox do it, so there's hope always. Tyler Locklear, first baseman, Arizona, 2-run homer. They lead the Cardinals 3-2 in the fourth. It's the only other National League game. Padres lost in Atlanta 6-5. Crisello, Scraby, we just did the notes on the scorecard. And if you missed it, I think it's a pretty intense. Not intense, but intense and involved segment today. So Scraby will have it up there if you want to go back through, or if you missed any of it, it was pretty intense, as I said
Go to the
today.
YouTube, Gwynn and Chris SD, or 97.3 The Fan SD, or go to the website and the Odyssey app.
There's a lot of options.
97.3thefansd.com.
By the way, did I see correctly, and are we allowed to announce what Adam texted us the other day about what's coming up in terms of availability for 97.3 The Fan?
I have no
I don't
idea
like
what you're
to
talking about.
You do, because you told me
Can
about
you
it.
text me about? Can you text me real quick? Because
Yeah, I don't want to say
I don't
it.
want to say anything either.
Yeah, I don't want to say it if I'm speaking out of school.
Yeah.
There's somewhere you're going to be able to access 97.3 The Fan coming up soon. You know this.
Oh, yes. We just talked about this on Tuesday. Actually,
right, but
it's
is it
new
something I
news.
can say it?
Adam, if you're listening, text me. I'm not sure, but I will find out, and we will talk about it if we can.
Okay.
But,
But it's good
everybody will be
news.
finding out soon.
Yeah, right. It's really good news.
Yes,
I
it
like
is.
it. Really
It's
excited
awesome
about
news.
it.
It's amazing news.
Yeah.
It's incredible news.
All right. I don't know why we wouldn't be able to talk about it, but you never know around
You
here.
never know.
That's right. So
You never know.
okay. Greg Camarillo, one of our great guys, man. You right? Works. Is he still working at USD? Or is he long
No, he's at
past
San Diego
all that?
State.
Oh, he's back. That's right. He went to the Az. He's
He's
traded.
an Aztec.
Yeah, he traded over. He left the dark side and came over to the good side. Former Charger wide receiver. One of the all-time moments in Miami Dolphin history still belongs to Greg Cameron.
Okay, so Ben and Woods already talked about the big thing on Tuesday, and it's
so then we
there's
might-
an article on the Athletic, but I'm not going to announce something that's not supposed to be announced, but we can now. We can.
Okay.
Do
You want me to do it?
I'll do it.
Why don't you do it in case we're not supposed to? See, I'll be the one that gets in trouble.
As of September 1st,
Yeah,
97.3 The Fan will be available on the Sirius XM app and available on Sirius XM radio in certain newer model cars, with an eye and expanding at some point to all Sirius XM radio users. This is the biggest part.
Yeah.
This will include play-by-play. So out-of-market listeners can hear play-by-play from Odyssey sports stations while listening on SiriusXM and or the app. So
if you're driving around in West Virginia, you go to the Sirius XM thing, you listen to the Padre game.
boom.
Yeah.
And you can listen to our show driving
Right.
around West Virginia.
Yeah. This is why I like it.
This is amazing.
I like the fact that there's people who have Sirius radio. A lot of people have it. It's certainly in almost every car. And now, even if you're not looking for the show, you may happen upon it.
Yeah.
Because that's how I see a lot. You're right. If you ever have Sirius, you're messing around. You might wind up on something you didn't really know was there.
You really
And kind of
there's comedy channels.
Yeah, you'll
There's
be like, "What?
Random
I
news
love this."
channels. There's
Right.
news channels for
Yeah.
other parts of the world.
So I'm excited. So we'll be on Sirius starting in September. Sirius XM. That's
Yes.
cool. That's good news.
So Dave said Bennewood spilled the tea this morning. No, they didn't spill the tea. I just I was not about to announce something.
Yes,
I've done that before, and it's not a comfortable conversation afterwards.
No, Skraby, did you mention the thing about Sirius XM?
Oh yeah, I did. I thought we could.
No, you weren't supposed to.
Oh,
Ooh.
so
Skraby, can you go stand in that corner there? Turn around and face the corner.
Nate says making moonshine and listening to 97.3 The Fan.
There
I like
you go, down in West Virginia.
You ever watch that show,
Mountain
Moonshiners?
Mama, huh?
You ever watch that show, Moonshiners?
I don't.
It's a crazy show.
As the heavy drinker that I am, Skraby, I see no reason to watch a show about making moonshine.
Moonshine, that show is great.
All right. Well, after a 6-5 loss and a season going down the tubes, football couldn't be coming up soon enough. So it's good to have Greg Camarillo joining us. He'll do that on the SDCCU fan hotline when we come back on Gwynn and Chris.
From the first pitch of the year to the biggest games down the stretch, Padres talk never stops.
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time.
So hopefully I can do him justice. And I'm the green one. Pretty sure that's out, right? Yes. Ooh, that's too early of a swing. What am I doing? Come on, pitcher. Throwing me one down at the bottom of the zone. Ooh, is that going to have enough? Ooh, barely. I am really early to all of this. There we go. Figuring it out a little bit. Why are you throwing me a pitch high tight, bro? Alright. I have no problem using the right field wall. Too early. This pitcher's like trying to change up speeds on me, throw high and tight. Come on, man. For whatever reason, I cannot wait for the pitch to get to me. But I'm hitting home runs, so who cares? Not great. I think only the top 4 move through. That's foul. That one's gone. But what's the score? Oh, I need some home runs. That is for sure. That one's gone. Probably need like 14. Go! Go! It's gone. I cannot be eliminated in the first round. Can't tell if I'm outside. I'm really making this difficult on myself. I am now at the bottom, so I'm caving under the pressure. I gotta stop looking at the scores. Just get back on track. 40 seconds to go. Come on. Couple people did not hit a home run, so that's good. What are you doing throwing me a pitch that low? That's going to be foul, isn't it? Yep. I'm not going to make it. Dang it. I thought I would need 14, and I do, but I missed that pitch. I literally just missed it. That is a brutal way to end this. Yes, I'm aware I've been eliminated. That was a terrible showing. So hopefully I can do him justice. And I'm the green one. Pretty sure that's out, right? Yes. Ooh, that's too early of a swing. Ugh, what am I doing? Come on, pitcher. Throwing me one down at the bottom of the zone. Ooh, is that going to have enough? Ooh, barely. I am really early to all of this. There we go. Figuring it out a little bit. Why are you throwing me a pitch at high tight, bro? Alright. I have no problem using the right field wall. Too early. This pitcher's like trying to change up speeds on me, throw high and tight. Come on, man.
A run 4-2. Diamondbacks over the Cardinals. If it matters anymore, Diamondbacks victory would stick the Padres 4 games out of a wild card spot. Padres lost 6-5 in Atlanta. We're done talking depressing baseball.
Let's talk depressing football.
No, nothing's depressing about football.
It's not, you're right.
Except for the fact that maybe the Miami Dolphins are supposed to have the worst season they've ever had. Speaking of bad Miami Dolphins season, is there any better intro than that for our guy, Greg Camarillo, the former Charger, wide receiver, and all-around great guy. Hi, Greg. How are you, man?
Oh, Chris, excellent intro. Let's talk depressing sports. If anyone knows depressing sports, it's Greg Camarillo. Honored to be here to represent rough sports.
Hey, but you were the bright spot of that season. You were the guy who scored the touchdown that got you guys the win.
Got the win. I wonder if they've ever put together. Right. I wonder if they've ever put together like a greatest moments, like 50-year anniversary or something of the Dolphins. I wonder where you'd land in that countdown. But he has
an answer.
You have the answer?
There is an answer. There was something out there, but one moment that represents it is, when you walk into a sports organization, they have memorabilia from certain special moments.
Right.
And so the Dolphins the next year put, I think, my cleats and my gloves that I wore from the big touchdown in the front lobby. And then when Bill Parcells came to town as the president of the organization, or whatever his title was, he said, we are absolutely not going to celebrate being 1-15. Get this stuff out of the lobby.
That's unfortunate.
Why do I see the Big Tuna saying that for sure?
Come on, Big Tuna.
That is definitely
He
Big
has
Tuna.
he has a strong point. It's not really something you want to write down in the memory book.
Well, yeah, the Dolphins are probably not going to be good again this year. And speaking of their wide receiver position in that team, Greg, you might still be able to make that squad based on who they're bringing back this year. But look, people don't want to talk Dolphins. Yeah. We want to talk about NFL and the offseason, but let's just go back to, what you remember, looking back last year, man. The Seattle Seahawks win the Super Bowl with Sam Darnold as their quarterback, a guy that, a lot of people ever thought would be in that kind of position. You got a New England Patriot team getting to the Super Bowl. with a young quarterback. You got the Broncos up and coming with a great season, and Bo Nix. It seems like the establishment is still there, but there's a lot of fun, young, new stuff that's working out, coming out on the horizon. Don't you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the best things about the NFL is the parity in the league, and the way the league is set up is to make sure that one team doesn't continue to dominate over. Well, let me take that back, because the Patriots obviously dominated, the Chiefs dominated. But it's to make sure that teams that weren't that great last year still have a chance this year.
Yeah.
And that comes from the salary cap. So teams that have stars and do well, they have to pay them, and you can't pay everyone. So the rosters change. And then the structure of how games are. If you're a good team, you're going to play other good teams. So it makes for basically a general reset every year. Now, there's a few teams at the top that'll stay there, and there's a few teams like our Dolphins at the bottom that'll stay there. But there's a lot of excitement. And one team that I got my eye on, and probably a lot of San Diegans do, are the Chargers. They have, to me, a roster that can make some noise. I think they have a roster that can be a championship roster if they stay healthy. I know that is a huge if for the Chargers every year. But I'm excited to see what they can do.
Can I just follow up on that? And then I know Skraby wants to get in here for sure, but the Chargers have, been pretty close here, right? I mean, with Herbert, they get to the playoff. They lost to Jacksonville one year. They lost to Houston. Last year was New England. So what do you see different that's getting you, a little more excited that, they could perhaps jump past that hurdle?
I mean, they have to stay healthy. They have an offensive line if their starters are out there, is amazing. And when not, Justin Herbert becomes just an average quarterback when he's not an average quarterback. Their weapons on the outside is where they also need to improve. The receivers need to step it up. But I honestly feel like if they just, with the way Harbaugh coaches and the way that team is built, if they can keep that offensive line healthy, they got just as good of a shot as anyone else.
Talking to Greg Camarillo, former NFL player and star here on 97.3 The Fan, the SCCCU fan hotline.
Yes, he is.
I want to ask you about Mike
Still
Vrabel.
has his own locker in the back there. He just doesn't know it.
He does. I want to ask you about Mike Vrabel and being a former NFL player and a guy like, okay, so you put yourself in a Patriots player's shoes. You're a guy who hears all this stuff about his head coach, who has no idea what's true and what's not, and then you find out it's likely true. Greg, I know you. You're probably not a big fan of your head coach cheating on his wife in such a spectacular way, but how would you approach that as a player?
That's a tough one, Skraby. So the question is, and this is not a question to his wife, but a question as a player is, can I trust you, football-wise?
Yeah.
I honestly don't. If you're my head coach, can I trust the decisions that you're going to make to put us in the best position to win? I don't care what you do in your personal life. Like, I don't want to be associated with you because of that. But if I'm trying to go out there and win a championship, I can put his nonsense off to the side. And then when he steps in the football building, are you going to help us win a championship? And the answer is yes for the Patriots. And they'll put all the distractions off to the side. That stuff it's noise, and it can be difficult to deal with. I was playing with Brett Favre when he went through his first
incident
with his marital issues. And it's a quick distraction, but then you're a professional. You focus on football. You come into the office. You do your job. You focus on what you have to do. And at the end of the day, if the head coach is still the best guy to lead you forward, which it seems like he is, you get on board with his message and you go play ball.
Greg Camarillo is with us. I think, Skraby told me that he was going to bring you on today with the idea that there would be all fun questions, and then he hits you with a hard one like that.
I just thought of it like right now.
You're just like, we might be able to trust Mike Vrabel more than we can trust you, Skraby. I don't know. But, and there's so many more questions on the Vrabel thing that, we could just do the whole thing on that. And I don't want to focus only on him. Although I do find it kind of interesting that the NFL, just throws caution to the wind and puts the Patriots in the opening game anyway. But, that's the NFL. Let's go back to some of these young quarterbacks and teams. I mentioned Nix. I mentioned Drake May. Caleb Williams, Chicago, right? He had them, and they won a playoff game last year. It's throughout the league. I didn't, there was a lot of young guys out there that they're really exciting. Who do you like? Like, is Trevor Lawrence 13-4 last year? Could he break through and get to the level? And I know Josh Allen and Mahomes and those guys are still at the tippy top, but who's going to join them?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I looked at ESPN. They ranked the quarterbacks, and there's like a top 5 that is elite quarterbacking, and then to me it starts dropping off quickly. There that was absurd.
That's what you get for saying that the
absurd
quarterbacking drops off.
Oh, there
quickly.
he is. There he is. You broke up.
You broke up for a second after the. You said the top 5 and then it drops off. That's fine.
By the and we don't get great reception here. Lamar Jackson, they ranked him there, which was absurd.
We may have to.
Well, you'll hook back up.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Why don't you try to reconnect?
I'm gonna try to reconnect.
But the quarterback thing is interesting. You know why? I'll tell you why it's interesting to me, and then we'll pick up with Greg here in a second. It's interesting because if you look at the standings last year, to me, that's what stands out. The fact that Mahomes' team was 6-11 last year. The fact that Lamar Jackson's team was 8-9 last year. Right? The fact that, Justin Herbert was 11-6, but only scored 3 points in the playoffs. Joe Burrow's team was 6-11. So we got Greg back. But that's to me is the weird thing. All the superstar quarterbacks were on teams that had bad records last year. And then all the good records belong to all these young up-and-comers. So that's why I think it's exciting, Greg, to finish up what you were saying.
Yep, a lot of that has to do with how much you have to pay a veteran quarterback in the world of $40-50 million. When if you draft a guy, you can go spend that on other people. But sorry, before I got cut off, the one quarterback that I'm super excited about is this Kyler Murray, who went from Arizona to Minnesota.
Yeah, Kevin O'Connell, man.
With Kevin O'Connell, we've seen him do great things with quarterbacks, and Kyler Murray has been inconsistent. He'll show some things where he looks amazing, and in some. So I'm excited to see what Kevin O'Connell can do with Kyler. And then receivers in the game, Jordan Addison, like the tools are all. So I'm curious to see if Kyler Murray can make that next step and crack into the top tier of quarterbacks.
I'm definitely curious to see if he could do that too. And my guy KOC is probably going to make it happen. So
Kevin O'Connell, your former teammate.
Yeah, my former teammate in high school. He said I was a great scout player. He said I was a great player in general. So I'll take that from an NFL head coach. Talking to Greg Camarillo here on the SDCCU fan hotline. This is the question I texted him earlier because this was all I got in my mind. Is I keep reading about how players want grass in their stadiums, and the NFLPA is saying,
what do they play on now? I mean,
turf. Turf, mostly turf, but a lot. There's some grass, but the NFL has basically said we're not going to change anything. Greg, when you played, did you not like playing on turf, or what were your thoughts on grass versus turf?
My opinion, I think, is different from where. And I played on a variety of turfs. In college, I played on the old school turf. I played in Miami when they had the baseball field out there, in Oakland when they had the baseball field out there.
Yeah.
I actually would prefer to play on artificial turf because I know exactly what surface I'm getting.
Okay.
Doesn't matter if it's raining, doesn't matter if it won't be muddy because there's no dirt. It's going to be hot. The turf will be hot. No problem. I know that. But I am going to be able to run my route at the exact depth and at full speed in any stadium that has turf. When you start putting grass out there, it changes. Colder places like Chicago had thick grass because of the colder weather, and it was harder to run. You're running slower. You can't break as much. Places like Arizona Cardinals, who play indoor but have grass, it was immaculate grass and great condition. But the inconsistency gave me anxiety. It kept me up at night. Is it going to rain? Am I going to slip? And so I enjoyed playing on turf for that reason, but I also fully understand that it is bad on the body. It leads to more injury, and I think the NFLPA, whose job is to protect players, is doing the exact right thing and pushing for a playing surface that is scientifically proven to prevent, or not prevent injuries, but to have less injuries.
And it would be honestly, to me, it would just be nice if the NFL just listened to some of their players, because we know darn well the NFL can afford, they could put, whatever the hell they wanted in any stadium.
But then they can't have concerts, Chris.
All right, I'm going to move on. Don't get me started on the arrogance of the NFL. Greg Camarillo's with us. We're trying to talk some football because the baseball thing's going south on us. Greg, you talked about staying up nights, worried about what kind of turf. I gotta believe if you are an offensive coordinator or a quarterback, or maybe even a wide receiver who's being asked to crack down on a sweep block or something, because if you're playing the Rams and they're lining up Myles Garrett next to potentially Aaron Donald coming back, what the hell are teams? What are people going to do with that, Greg? That could be the greatest duo in football history, and I don't think that's overstating it.
I don't even want to think about it.
Yeah, well, he does. But he can.
Well, you don't send a receiver down the crack on him. That would keep me up all night.
Yes. Hey, Greg, we came up with a new play. You're gonna pop down there on Garrett, and I'm like, I'm getting a little sore, Coach. Yeah.
Yeah, Coach. I need a water break for that one. It's a nightmare. First of all, Myles Garrett requires two human beings on him at all times. Otherwise, it's going to be a sack. Like, don't even consider blocking with a tight end. Don't even consider just a running back. You need a lineman on him for sure, plus assistants. So that's one. Aaron Donald, the same exact thing. You need two humans' eyes on him at all times. And for the no football, there's more than two people rushing the ball. So if you've got four eyes on Myles Garrett, four humans on Myles Garrett and Aaron Donald, whoever the other person is, doesn't even matter. If Skraby could hop out there and get a sack. So it would be an absolute nightmare, and it would be. I'm so interested to see if they can convince Aaron Donald to come back. And from what I've seen on social media, he looks fully capable of still playing high-level football.
Yeah, me too. I've seen him. He looks like the RoboCop or something.
Yeah, I don't think this is great for the rest of the league, but since the Dolphins are so crappy, I kind of want them to come back just to torture Skraby's 49ers, honestly. So,
oh gosh, they will.
They probably will. One last quick thing with the Dolphins, because you're close to it, and I am. They got a new coach. He's never done this. You probably played for a couple guys like this. What do they need to do? Along with never mind wins and losses, because the team's going to be bad. But what does a coach have to do in his first year to kind of get everybody's attention anyway?
Be realistic. So after our 1-15 year with the Dolphins, when Bill Parcells came in and threw my cleats away, it was not talk of let's go win a championship. Like, we didn't even discuss let's go win a Super Bowl, because we were so bad that if you come in and say, you're just like, come on, man, let's be serious. And so the focus was just on hard work. We are going to get after it. We're going to grind, and we're going to improve. And we did, and it felt like a realistic, achievable goal.
Yeah.
So I think that's what a new coach is with. They're clearly in a rebuilding phase. They clearly are just going to survive a couple bad salary cap years from the Tua and Tyreek Hill situation.
Right.
And a coach needs to come in there and say that, not like, hey, we're just going to lose some games and that's okay, but prepare them to not win a championship, but to go out there and grind and give it their best. Because if you try to sell a fake dream, the guys are going to sniff that out instantly.
Very good.
So just be honest. Be honest and get after it.
Okay, it's not a one more, and I'm sorry to keep you, but you were with the Dolphin organization. Did you ever get to run any patterns and catch a few from Dan Marino, who everybody says is the pure, this isn't a Dolphins fan speaking, this is everybody speaking, the pure best passer of all time?
I did not. He was still very, very active in the Dolphin community and still very loved in the Dolphin community. but I did not ever catch a pass from him. Sorry to let you down there, Chris.
Well, that's all right. I'm going to go out and do it before you. Then
Have
I'm going to
you?
look
I was going to say, have you
Yeah,
ever caught a pass from Dan Marino?
Hell no, but now I'm motivated to beat Camarillo to the punch.
He's going to be like the guy from Ace Ventura.
Yeah. Hey, Greg, thanks, buddy. Always great to catch up with you. Best of luck with everything with the Aztecs, and we'll see you soon.
All right, good chatting with you guys.
Yes, sir. Greg Camarillo right there. Former Charger, former Dolphin, Stanford, and all around working with San Diego State now and helping their programs and doing a lot of great things and with the youngsters and the athletes and helping them become better people, which is a really important part.
Yes, it is. We actually had Dale Sean Staley in here. We
had a couple of those guys come in.
Kyle
and
Crum.
had a lot of fun with that.
Yes, and Greg, I didn't want to say this on the air, but Greg's not only just a NFL guy to me. He's also a friend, Chris. So
yes, he's a good dude.
Yes, he's a very good dude.
All right, we will get into what are we going to do? Some Chris versus the fans? We're going to do some trivia?
Yes, fine. It's been a while since we played this.
I'm ready to go. 833-288-0973. You want to do a little trivia? You can end up going to the Fontainebleau in Las Vegas. Nothing wrong with that. All I have to do is play and have some fun. So dial in for Chris versus the fans. Come.
Hey, it's
Jake, from a team standpoint, you guys haven't really gotten into a groove where everything is kind of hitting on all cylinders, right? You guys have hit for a bit, not pitched for a bit, not hit. I mean, from your standpoint, because you got a chance to kind of view this differently than you normally would, having to be on the field, what do you think needs to happen for this team to get moving in the direction that I think you guys have set that expectation for?
Yeah, I mean, I think it comes down to it, in the position we're in, it's winning. But what does that look like? I mean, you just said it perfectly. We've had nights where we hit and we don't pitch, and nights where we pitch and we don't hit. And how you time those up is, I think, the hardest thing in this game. You see the teams who have success over the season, it's, more times than not, that stuff's matching up pretty well. It just seems like it's not happening for us right now. But, at the end of the day, it comes down to us and the 26 guys in that clubhouse to make that happen.
Yeah.
Jake Cronenworth joining us on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking, it's better. And Jake, I feel like we know you well enough that I can ask a question that, is a little trickier. But if somebody would have told you that you're part of an offense that ranks last in all of these categories around Major League Baseball, would you have believed that was even possible? And then how do you, I mean, other than to just go out there day after day and kind of hit your way out of it, is there anything else you can do?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think if you had asked all of us, at the beginning of the year, even in spring training, and said, hey, you guys are going to be, at those numbers offensively in baseball, I think everybody would have kind of laughed at each other. But it's the reality of where we are. We're getting here into the middle of July and we're still in this position. But I it's not easy to do. Guys' numbers are put up on the board every single night. You see it every single at bat. You see it adjust. It's just the nature of the reality we live in. But I think the one way to get away with that is, go out there every single night. It doesn't matter about your numbers. It's about how can we win the game tonight. It might be somebody moving a guy over, beating out a double play ball, making a great defensive play. A guy makes a big pitch, in the 8th or 9th inning with the tying run on third base. That's what it's about. And it's right now for us, it's about winning and how can we win each night. And, that's about it.
Jake, I got one more before we let you go. And, obviously, I think a lot of people are when we get to the end of the season are looking at, 2027. I know you're one of the big reps as it pertains to this upcoming CBA. It seems like both sides are at least talking at this point. You guys are throwing offers at one another, but it doesn't seem like these are cut from the same cloth. They're on opposite sides of things. How, as one of the folks who is involved with this, do you couch what's happening? I know this has to happen. You guys have to have discussions, but it doesn't seem like you guys are at least communicating in a way that bridges the gap right now.
Yeah, it's interesting, especially, you know, the state of the game and where it's at. And, you know, most of the times these negotiations start, you know, about right now and about kind of how they have. I think this one, obviously, with where everything is and what they're proposing and what what we are and what they're proposing is, it's significant. Like you look at their proposal and our proposal, and, you know, it's not, their proposal isn't trying to make the system better for both sides. It's trying to blow the entire thing up. And I think that's why it's being talked about so much right now. But kind of to your point, you know, it seems everybody's kind of pushing their chips into the middle of the table and showing their cards and seeing what we have, and, you know, go from there when the time is right. And I'm sure that'll be, you know, closer to this winter and around December 1st when the agreement ends.
Well, one thing I feel confident about is that Jake Cronenworth has a little to do with it, because I trust in Jake. You know what I mean? Jake will find a way. Convince everybody, Jake.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, go talk to Dick Monfort and tell him to wake up. Can you just tell one thing that maybe we can put on tape? I'm so tired of our fans and everybody saying, you know what, the guys don't look like they care anymore. They look like they're kind of giving up out there. I want to hear from a player. When you hear something like that, how does that make you feel? Because we know it's so ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate. I mean, you know, but at the same time, we put ourselves in this position. You know, I think we're 5.5 games out of the wild card right now. But I can tell you right now.
Continues here. 4:01 is the time. Crisello, Tony Gwynn Jr. en route. What's the right word? Route?
Route.
Can you go both? Can you go either? Route or route?
You can't go in. Oh, yeah, you can go in route. I guess you go either. I never really thought about that.
You can go in route, but it's not Roto Router. It's Roto Rooter, the company. So,
thank you.
Things that keep me up at night. You know, Greg Camarillo talked about worrying about, you know, blocking Myles Garrett. I don't worry about that. But whether it's route or route, 6-5 was the final today. If you're just tuned in, yes, Atlanta finished on top. They hit 4 home runs and made it another long day for Griffin Canning. We're going to hear from Craig Stammen in a little bit, talking after the game today about the future plans for Griffin Canning.
Yes.
He's 1-9. He's got a 6.79 ERA. He's really not pitched well at all.
No.
And you just have to do something. So I know that we'll hear exactly what Craig said, but I know it has something to do with, you know, everything's on the table, which means maybe Griffin Canning will be deciding who to pinch hit or not in the 9th inning. Maybe they make him the bench coach.
They're going to make Griffin Canning the bench coach.
Anything's on the table. Apparently.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I think maybe they need to lead him off.
Yeah, the loss today was, it wasn't any more difficult than any other ones, frankly. They had a 3-0 lead early. Canning came in after the opener and gave up 3 home runs. One more was hit late in the game by Atlanta off Matt Waldron. And then 6-3, Ty France came back with a 2-run homer. The Padres were able to get 2 runners aboard in the 9th with 2 out. But alas, Luis Rengifo, who homered last night off of Raisel Iglesias, struck out this time. Padres came up a buck short. If you go back and listen to our notes on a scorecard, because I think it was pretty involved today.
240 through 320.
Yes, it was 2 segments worth. But, a couple of the things that you're going to see in there. One, catcher's interference. Please stop with that. That was a big deal. I thought it cost them another run, and they lose the game by 1. That was one. The other one was actually a play that happened last night. The double steal of Xander Bogaerts, which took the bat out of the hands of Fernando, which apparently Fernando was well aware of was going to happen, but Xander was not. So we talk about that, and I think that could be a bit of a controversial issue moving forward if it doesn't get talked out.
I hope that they're talking about it, because I could see Fernando, like the way that it's written, it seems like Fernando piped up from somewhere else in the locker room, which may be true. I don't know.
Well, it sounds like Kevin Acee asked Rengifo, did you know you're going to bat with the bases loaded, because they were going to walk Fernando, and Fernando piped in and said, everybody knew they were going to walk me.
Yeah.
Except for Bogarts, because when he was asked about it, he said he wasn't thinking along those lines, and
he said Walt Weiss hadn't told him. which is a
little silly.
Which is a very defensive remark, but I get it.
I don't. Anyway, but that was those two things, and then the third big thing in the notes on a scorecard was Stammen's handling of the pinch hit assignments in the ninth inning, which I don't think he did right. And if you want to know why I didn't think so today, go back and listen to notes on a scorecard. In the meantime, Skraby, we got some people who want to do some trivia. And I think we should have some fun with that.
If you had one shot, one opportunity to take down the human almanac himself,
howdy do.
Now is your time.
Listen to me, this guy is dangerous.
Now is your opportunity to win a prize.
Well, I hope you know Gen 4.
Chris versus the Fans starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
Chris, everybody's talking about their first car on the chat because it just got brought up. What was your first car?
My mom's 1973 Ford Mustang Grande.
Grande?
Well, that was the...
I know.
It was a Mustang, but the Mustang was already a make of Ford, and then they divided it up into different Mustangs. If you want to look at the Grande, it was brown in color, not anything I was insanely proud of.
Kind of?
Yeah.
That's a good-looking car.
You like that one?
That's a good-looking car. 1971 Ford Mustang
73. 73.
Yeah.
Try 73. I don't think that's the exact same one.
Let me see. 1973 Mustang Grande.
Grande.
I don't see one in 73. Oh, here it is right here. That's a good-looking car.
Pretty close to that.
That's a good-looking car, Chris. That's not a bad car.
Didn't drive too well, but yeah, thank you. My mom
didn't
wore it
drive
out.
too well. I've driven some terrible cars in my life.
Yeah, we all have.
Plymouth van.
I mean, nobody well, sorry, I did go to Beverly High. I was going to say nobody graduates grade school and gets a Mercedes, except for some of the kids I grew up with. So
some of the kids I grew up with.
Yeah, I should change my.
At LCC, we had a European sports car club. That's
okay.
We
didn't even have one of those.
A little egregious. All right, so we have two prizes for you in this Chris versus the Fan. So if you win, you will be qualified for the chance at the grand prize, a 2-night stay at Fontainebleau, Las Vegas, and a $150 food and beverage credit. Oasis Pool Deck at Fontainebleau, Las Vegas has officially opened for the season, offering a 6-acre elevated pool experience with 6 distinct pools in Live Beach. Enter to win a 2-night stay at Fontainebleau, Las Vegas, and a $150 food and beverage credit to book your stay. Visit FontainebleauLasVegas.com now. Also, you will be qualified for the Zach Bryan tickets. So if you win...
Well, wait, is that qualified? You actually win
I'm sorry,
those?
yes. Yeah, I said it wrong. You're correct in calling me out. You will win Zach Bryan tickets.
Right.
You will have those in hand. Tickets at Ticketmaster.com. He's performing at Snapdragon Stadium.
Zach Bryan was born in Japan, we found out earlier.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
Hell of a country background he has.
His dad was in the military.
Okay.
He was also he himself was also in the military for 8 years in the Navy. I did not know this.
Thank you, Zach.
I also realized yesterday I think I called him Zach Brown like 5 times, which is different guy.
Not his name.
Different guy. All right, let's go to Austin.
Texas or the caller,
the
Austin?
Caller. I haven't said the rules. It's been that long. You have to make it through 3 questions. Each question will get more difficult. If you get the question right, you move on. If you get it wrong and Chris gets it right, you're eliminated. But if Chris gets it wrong, then you move on to the next question or you win. If you're a first-time player, let us know before you get into it, and you'll get that question for free today. All right, Austin, you ready to play?
Yeah, and I am a first-time player.
This is the perfect time with the Zach Bryan tickets on the line.
Or Zach Brown. You can go to either.
No. Zach
Either
Bryan.
concert.
No, Zach Brown's not performing. It's Zach Bryan.
And you know I have to ask this question.
What?
Because you know how silly I am.
What?
Austin, have you ever been to Austin?
Never had the chance.
All right.
Oh,
Well.
I've heard Austin's lovely.
It's all right. Yeah. One of
never
these
been.
days.
One of these days. You got to go take the picture in front of the Austin sign, too.
Of course she does.
All right. Here we go, Austin. Question number 2. Let's do this one. Which Padres relief pitcher made Major League history in 2024 by striking out 13 consecutive batters across multiple appearances?
That would be Mason Miller.
Oh, you said it so confidently.
I know. He got excited because Mason Miller did so many things, but he did not do that.
No, I feel bad.
I know. Jeremiah Estrada did that, Austin. Got 13 strikeouts in a row. It's good.
Austin just hung up.
Yeah, he's never talking to us again.
He's like,
Sorry,
man.
Austin. Yeah.
I mean, Mason Miller is a good guess, but he didn't do 13 in a row.
He didn't do that. He did everything but that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Estrada did that, though.
Sorry about that, Austin from Austin.
Austin from Austin.
All right, let's go to Mac. Hello, Mac.
Hey, how's it going, boys?
Pretty good.
Hello, Mac.
Here we go.
How are you?
Question number 1. All right. What veteran catcher did the Padres bring in and then he hit a career high in home runs? Let me start this over. This is a bad question I'm asking. Which veteran catcher hit a career high in home runs for the Padres in 2024 after coming from the Yankees? So basically, who was traded to the Yankees as a catcher and hit a bunch of home runs?
No, he had a lot of home runs for the Padres a couple years ago.
Higgy.
He's got it.
You know what?
Good job by you, Mac, to stay with that question.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of how I asked that question, so
I'm
we're
not
going to
either.
move right along. I didn't disagree.
I told you that my favorite story on that was the night I was at the game with my friend John, and he was getting a little tired, late 9th inning, and he's like, and I'm like, well, the good news is if, Padres score here in the 9th inning, we can go home. The game will be over. It's tie score. And Higgy was leading off. And my friend John goes, well, what's this guy? And I go, well, he's hitting like 125.
This is before.
But he can hit a home run. And lo and behold, the next pitch.
Yeah.
John was so happy we got to go home.
Was it to the Higgy Bank?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Mac, here we go. Question number 2. Which former Padre, now Pirate player, recently made history by hitting 3 homers and driving in 10 runs in a single game?
O'Hearn.
Say it one more time.
O'Hearn?
He got
O'Hearn.
it.
Okay,
Yeah,
I thought I
that's
heard
what he
it,
said.
but
That's what he
all
said.
right.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, he made a different kind of history yesterday.
What happened yesterday?
I don't know what if it was history, but he's on my fantasy team, so I knew this. Yesterday went 0 for 8 with like 6 Ks in the doubleheader, so I wasn't as happy with him yesterday.
6K. Oh, man.
But he was great that one day.
Yeah.
For sure.
And people keep asking me, why didn't they re-sign O'Hearn? From everything that I've read, he wanted to be a star player on a team, and he was not going to be the star player here. So
yeah, he's not really even the star player for the Pirates. He's better. He's a bigger part of it.
Exactly. He wanted to be a bigger part of a team.
Yeah. They're having a good year. Give him credit. He's doing a good job.
I think they're 53-50.
Yeah.
All right, here we go, Mac. Question number 3. This happened maybe a week and a half ago. The Padres drafted a 6'6" pitcher in the first round. What is his name? Do you have an answer?
I'm gonna have to hope that
You're gonna have to pass.
And he has to hope that I don't remember it.
I think this is a decent bet for him, but I'm not sure.
Decent bet that what I don't
That
remember.
You don't
it?
remember this name.
You know how I love the draft.
You love it so much. You study it and you rewatch them.
I love it so much that I couldn't possibly remember the name of the guy.
The only reason I know it is because it's an interesting name.
The only reason I know that I remember about the guy is he was like 6'6", 250 pounds.
Yeah.
But I don't remember his name. I remember Cruz Schoolcraft, but that's another guy. So, yeah, I lose. Mac, you win. What's
Nice
his
job,
name?
Mac.
You tell me I'm going to be mad, but
Stay there, Mac. I'm going to get your information in the break. I don't think you'll be mad. But Coleman Borthwick.
Oh yeah, no chance.
Coleman
Yeah, no
Borthwick.
Yeah.
I
But
thought
to 6'6",
maybe you would
240, I remember
Yeah,
that.
I thought maybe you would remember.
No, I didn't. All right, good job, Mac. You win. Good
Someone
for you.
said Lurch.
Lurch from Adam's family.
Nate
Good
said
reference.
Lurch.
Good reference. I like that.
That was pretty good.
All right, we got a quick timeout. We got a lot more Gwynn and Chris ahead. And, if you were with us for notes on a scorecard, I think we were, tough on Craig Stammen today. Understand that I like Craig Stammen a lot. The guy that we're going to be tough on when I come back, I don't like a lot. So just imagine how critical we're going to be of the latest comments from Lane Kiffin.
I'm going to go get my popcorn.
And you better get earmuffs.
Earmuffs as well. Okay.
Gwynn and Chris. Now. Skraby, Bill Howe Studios. We know how Tony will be with us tomorrow, but we won't be with you long, right? We only get an hour again tomorrow. Another East Coast game in Miami.
At least it's going to be played. I got to say, I did not expect for them to make it through Atlanta without at least one rain delay. Because there's always at least one rain delay in Atlanta.
It started to rain last night.
It did.
Late in the ball game.
It did, but it didn't affect them. So good for that. And they're going to get to play all 3 games this weekend, no problems. Roof.
Indoors?
Yep.
I bet you Tony's upset because he likes to sit outside in the humidity.
Oh, I'm sure he wants to be in Miami's humidity.
God.
The other day I looked it up. It was 108 real feel. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Like when we were in Dallas, Lori and I, a month ago, whatever the temperature was, it was just the same humidity. So 98, 98.
It's so gross.
Yeah, it's terrible.
By the way, I'm sorry to cut you off, but
Mm-hmm.
I got duped online, Chris.
What happened?
I went and I looked for a portable AC for my room because it's super hot in my room.
Yeah.
And I went online and I Googled best portable AC units. And I did some studying.
And you got
I bought something.
Alternating current?
No,
machine?
I bought something.
Which is AC. See,
Yeah.
that's what I thought that's what you
alternating
fell
current.
for.
I see. No, I bought a fake air conditioning machine that doesn't exist. And there's a website for it. And after I bought it, it was all strange because I never got a confirmation email. And I was like, uh-oh. I didn't get a confirmation email from this thing. So I went and I looked. And they still have not charged my card, but it's pending. And so I called Wells Fargo to block it.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, have you received the product?
Wait, so have they sent you something or not?
No. So they said, do you receive the product? I said, no. They said, did they ship it to you? I said, I don't know. They said, well, we can't do it until you know that you did not get the
Well, then you better
product.
call them back today and said, you know what? I didn't get the product.
I didn't
Stop
get the product, but I got duped. I don't get duped often online, and I got.
I don't
duped.
understand what. I'm sorry, because there's more important sports things to talk about, but this intrigues me. Exactly how did you get duped? I'm not quite getting it.
I bought a unit that doesn't exist.
But how did that happen?
Because I read all these
weird.
reviews and I Googled what's the best portable AC unit. And so then it brought me up a bunch of things. And I saw this one that was
it was like Smithville AC unit. Did you see a picture of it?
I saw the picture of it. I saw many people using
what
it.
It did.
It said that it's a lithium-ion battery. You only need to charge it every couple months. It's
So
going
it's
to
like a
provide
handheld?
AC. Yeah, you can hang it on the wall right next to your bed or something like this. And
you sent them how much money? Can you tell us?
Oh, yeah. It was $100.
$100.
But they haven't actually cashed it yet. It's still pending in my account. So, because I immediately called the company. Couldn't get through to anything, Chris, but I got duped. I will let you know if I ever get my money back. But
I got to tell you,
this was angry. This angered
I got to
me.
tell you, I can't be critical because I mean, what did I try to buy a month ago? Remember, you and Tony told me to stop.
Oh, it was
ordering it. It was a
some sort of
$20
jersey.
Miami Dolphin jersey, and you guys are like, yeah, they don't make jerseys in Antarctica or something.
No, I know why.
Yeah.
I know why. They wanted you to buy it through Western Union.
That's what it was.
And Tony
but at
and
least
I
I
both
was
go,
smart
no,
enough.
No.
But I didn't send them the money.
You didn't.
Yeah.
But they said, yeah, please send us a Western Union.
Yeah. When I went through the order and it got down to paying and the credit card, there was like, no credit cards are accepted. You know.
And they're like, yeah, send us a Western Union.
Send us a wire or something. I'm like, what the hell is that?
So everybody out there,
that was the end of that idea.
If you're looking for a portable AC unit, do not believe the lithium-ion one.
Can we also, since we're just in the mood of trying to, be helpful to our listeners.
Yes.
I got something.
Ooh.
I got something.
Okay.
Are you looking at something else?
No, I'm just looking at the chat.
All right. So be careful of what you buy. Yeah, make sure that you get, confirmations. Make sure that, it's a legit credit card thing that they're taking down, your number and you're not sending money some crazy way.
Yeah.
So those are simple things. Here's one that, some of you may argue with me on, but just drop it. Stop playing the stupid lottery. I cannot impress upon any of you enough how much a waste of your money that is. I
can't
sorry.
disagree because you don't win, but
one person in Idaho will win. The other 145 million of you who put money in will lose your money. That one person is not going to be you. Stop wasting your money on that. Spend it more wisely. And if you think I'm doing it for entertainment,
he's not.
You're not. Go to a movie for entertainment. Even, you know what, I'll be honest with you. I would play a scratcher. At least you're getting that momentary rush.
I love scratchers.
Right? You're getting a momentary rush where you're scratching. But to just give money and get a piece of paper that has 6 numbers on it is, oh my God, I want to strangle everybody in front of me who gets something like that. And I can't tell everybody what to do, but
I get what you're saying. I think
it's not up to me to tell people how to spend their money. I get it, but you're just being crazy.
I put up $2 though. I have a chance of winning $3 billion, Chris.
Yeah, you don't.
I don't play the lottery that much, but I do know people that play it every single time it happens, and they put down like $20 every single time.
Yeah,
that seems like it would add up pretty quick.
There's three or four things here, but the notion that I kind of lost my train of thought, but
okay.
I think I was pretty clear on what I mean here.
No, I took us way off path.
The other thing is I'm going to just point out is, there's some people who say, well, it's good for the schools. I've never talked to a teacher yet who said, my school got a whole nice donation from the lottery people.
Guess what?
I've never seen that happen.
Guess what, Chris?
Did your mom get it?
No.
Because she's a teacher.
At Voice of San Diego, my guy Scott Lewis gets emails all the time about this because he did a big article about it. The money does not funnel as you think it does.
Right.
So when you think you're benefiting schools, you're probably not. Anyway, I just had to tell everyone I got duped on my AC.
Yeah, well, you're getting duped if you play the lottery, and you're doing that willingly out there. So stop it. Spend your money smarter than that.
We will talk Lane Kiffin.
We'll also talk about who Craig Stammen basically straight up today blamed the series loss to Atlanta on one player. He did, and we'll let you in on that as Gwynn and Chris continues. And while you're waiting, don't go play the lottery.
Gwynn and Chris.
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris,
I'm going to go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So all the way straight back left.
Straight back left.
Straight on that back wall.
This one?
Yeah.
How you feeling, Tony?
I don't know how I'm feeling right now, honestly.
Excited?
I'm definitely excited. Hello, Eric. How you doing? Pretty good.
Wow. Just like I told you, next to the famous Barney Dreyfus and Leslie Wilkinson, whoever they are.
That does look like them.
I know. It's a good shot. They don't do them all that great. That one's good. Really good.
I missed a year. 300. Must have been bad. Huh? I used to be. Not anymore, though.
Oh, it's so cool. What team did you play on?
I can give you a long list of them. Brewers, Padres, Dodgers, Phillies, Nationals.
What position did you play?
I played outfield. This was my dad. Oh, there's Dick Williams, Goose. I think he'd be pretty happy with his company over here. So.
What are you thinking of seeing it for the first time?
I'm thinking
I'm
that
hot. I'm quite warm right now, but it's cool. I mean, it's what I thought it was going to be. I mean, not too many people can say they have a dad that's enshrined in this place, so I think this is awesome.
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris,
I'm going to go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So all the way straight and back left.
Straight back left.
Straight on that back wall.
This one?
Yeah.
How you feeling, Toby?
I don't know how I'm feeling right now, honestly.
Excited?
I'm definitely excited. Hello, Eric. How you doing? Pretty good.
Wow. Just like I told you, next to the famous Barney Dreyfus and Leslie Wilkinson, whoever they are.
That does look like them.
I know. It's a good shot. They don't do them all that great. That one's good. Really good.
I missed a year. 300. Must have been bad. Huh? I used to be. Not anymore, though.
Oh, it's so cool. What team did you play on?
I can give you a long list of them. Brewers, Padres, Dodgers, Phillies, Nationals.
What position did you play?
I played outfield. This was my dad. Oh, there's Dick Williams, Goose. I think he'd be pretty happy with his company over there. So.
What are you thinking to see it for the first time?
I'm thinking
I'm hot. I'm quite warm right now, but it's cool. I mean, it's what I thought it was going to be. I mean, not too many people can say they have a dad that's enshrined in this place, so I think this is awesome.
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris,
I'm going to go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So all the way straight and back left.
Straight back left.
Straight on that back wall.
This one?
Yeah.
How you feeling, Toby?
I don't know how I'm feeling right now, honestly.
Excited?
I'm definitely excited. Hello, Eric. How you doing? Pretty good.
Wow. Just like I told you, next to the famous Barney Dreyfus and Leslie Wilkinson, whoever they are.
That does look like them.
I know. It's a good shot. They don't do them all that great. That one's good.
90 minutes to go, and if you just tuned in, show's going to get a little crazier here, actually. And I mean, we had
it's already been wild.
Yes, it was in depth, intense. Notes on the scorecard earlier, if you missed it. Greg Camarillo on the NFL earlier, if you missed it. Chris vs. the Fans was fun today. And we haven't even got to the Big Five, which we're about to hit now. And included in this is Lane Kiffin's latest. And I'm going to just say this ahead of time, and then we'll talk about it once you tell the story, Skraby. But, Kiffin is now the coach of, I really didn't know. Like, I forget, because he just changes to me every 5 minutes.
He definitely does.
So I think it's LSU now.
It is.
And I read the story, and, he's talking about how he got advice from people, and, he's trying to do this and trying to do that. The advice that he really ought to listen to would be one that said, shut up entirely. That's the one he should listen to, because he thinks he's making himself sound better today. But I honestly think it's, just more of the same from him. And then in the 5 o'clock hour, I was surprised. Skraby was surprised.
Both of our jaws kind of hit the floor
I think you're going to be surprised when you hear who Craig Stammen, I don't even know that you're going to be surprised who he blamed it on, but the fact that he blamed it on. One player cost them the series in Atlanta.
Oh, I can't wait for
This is not me saying it even opinioning it. This is Craig Stammen saying it. So you'll hear that at 5 o'clock, but right now, Big 5 time, Scrape.
It's that time of the show when we check on the latest in sports. Only the most important topics and questions are brought to light.
Stop what you're doing and listen.
These news stories will astound and amaze you. The one, the only.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
The Big 5 starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, I'm going to get to this Lane Kiffin here in just a second, but we're going to start with something that happened in the Padres
Number 5.
game, and this is what happened on the Braves broadcast. Now,
I didn't hear about this.
It was actually today, and it was Chris Sale on the mound, but I'll just let the Braves guys talk about it.
All right.
I'm just going to go ahead and tell you Freddie Fermin is the 11th strikeout victim of Chris Sale.
No, the only question is,
what pitch?
Heater, high and away.
He just went fastball. I think it's
or is
maybe
he sweeping the leg?
I think he's sweeping the leg here. I think he falls down to after he swings at it.
Pick your poison. 1-2. He swept the leg. He struck him out. That's perfect.
Oh man, it's hard to hear, but I see some Padres fans in their feels about this. You have any issues with announcers talking about Freddie Fermin like that?
Who was that talking? Was that Wade Boggs and Hank Aaron?
Hank Aaron's not.
I know. What I'm trying to get to is shut the hell up if you've never stood in a batter's box against Chris Sale. I just don't think that's appropriate. I don't. I know you're having a good time. And I'll tell you one thing. I probably thought Freddie Fermin had no shot there either, but get out of here with that, man. Your job is to broadcast the game, entertain your fans. You can even be a homer. You can talk about how great Chris Sale is. I have no problem with that. I think if you're going to call out a player like that in that manner, I don't take it personally as a Padre fan.
Yeah.
I just think it's inappropriate as a big league broadcaster. I think you sound like crap there. I really do. And I'll be honest with you, I'll be happy to listen to one of your broadcasts one day. And you know what, Skraby, we'll just put some of their stupid things they say on the radio here, and we'll just talk about them. I don't know who that is, but that's it's rookie chicken bleep is what that is.
Their announcers
I'll be honest with you, I'm not mad as a Padre fan.
Yeah.
I'm mad at the announcers.
The announcers are play-by-play guys Brandon Gaudin.
Yeah.
Then you have former MLB pitcher CJ Nitkowski.
Yeah.
Jeff Francoeur for 30 games. So I'm not sure who was in the booth right there.
Frenchie might have been one. And, Francoeur has a little bit of cachet as a decent major league player.
Yeah.
CJ Nitkowski does not want me to look up his career numbers right now. I'm just saying.
I'm with you.
If you've never been there, even if you have a little bit of understanding there. That's really making me mad now.
Okay,
I didn't know
let's
that
move on.
happened.
Oh,
I did not know that
today.
happened.
At first, I took
Who's the other guy? Brandon who? You know what I mean? Like, who the hell are you?
I don't know who he is.
Did you, ever even pick up? I mean, this isn't a Ryan Clark thing like, hey, you didn't play the game. This is have a little better understanding for what's going on here. You're a major league announcer. If some, 8-year-old came in and started criticizing your work, you know what I mean? Like,
I do.
This is bad. That's really bad. I would hope the Braves themselves would strike that kind of crap down. I would hope that they wouldn't want to be associated with it.
That's the thing. The Braves are a pretty high-class organization, it seems like. This guy definitely doesn't look like he ever.
Let me
played
let me tell you something. Skip Carey, and I joked about him yesterday with Tony. Skip Carey's Chip Carey's dad, Harry Carey's son. Skip Carey was the funniest, goofiest play-by-play guy I ever heard. But I'll tell you one thing. He never showed a player lack of respect like that. And that is just flat-out lack of respect, not deserved.
At first, I was like, okay, this is kind of fun, whatever. And then I took it like you. I was like, this is not cool to begin with. Like, you shouldn't be calling out major league players like that. Because you know what? This is this guy's career.
I'm sure some people could say, hey, you guys ought to lighten up. Okay, we'll lighten up. But
you wouldn't be happy if it happened to you.
I don't think you would. I don't think you would.
All right,
and you know what? Baseball players, hey, you live in a world where you can be criticized. Hey, Freddie Fermin was terrible. These catchers' interference, and we talked about this. But portraying him in that way, yeah, not cool.
Number 4.
I appreciate your fire for this, Chris. I appreciate it. I did not expect it, but I appreciate it. According to the Wall Street Journal, it's a hot take day, apparently. The New York Mets are on pace to spend $5.2 million per victory this season, which is the highest inflation-adjusted cost per win since at least 2000. And that makes them, as the Wall Street Journal titled, that makes them, as the Wall Street Journal said, the team that has wasted the most amount of money in the history of baseball. So I'm up first. Is that a true statement? Seems pretty true. It seems pretty true. You cannot spend as much money as they did and miss the playoffs in 2 straight years, which is looking like what they're going to do this year. I think they're wasting the most money in baseball. No questions asked. Chris?
Well, I think baseball history is fair. I mean, nobody's ever spent that kind of money before.
It's true. And lost.
I had to look it up. 5.37. That is the career ERA of the idiot announcer who had the, had the gumption to be critical of Freddie Fermin facing Chris Sale today.
Adam is texting me because he knows some of these voices. Brandon Godden is the play-by-play, as we know. It seemed like he said it sounded like Francoeur to the sweep the leg comment.
Okay, so maybe CJ wasn't in on it, but
maybe.
If he
and
was,
then there's Peter Moylan as well.
I'm just saying, if CJ Nikowski's on it, that he should remember that he didn't get too many people out in his life.
Anyway, what do you have about the Mets? Are they the
I'm
biggest
saying they're the all-time record
holders.
holders. Yeah, for sure. They spent the most in history. And they're dead last. They're not even decent.
And Juan Soto, I believe, is making like $70 million for the next 10 years.
And if you ever ask Juan Soto, hey man, how you feeling about the way this season's gone? It's got to be disappointing to you. I don't know what he would say, but I'm sure his thought process would be, I don't give a crap.
Yeah. What? Wait, we lost? He doesn't seem like a guy who's living and dying with every win and loss.
Doesn't he? Can you just see him
just
anywhere
after a game?
As soon as the game, well, the one thing we know that he's not doing as soon as the game is over is getting on the team bus.
Yeah,
he's going to make everybody wait till he gets on there.
I saw more fire from him when I was standing next to his chair and he ran it into me.
He didn't like that. Yeah, he was irate about that, but he's not irate about losing.
He was like, "You're standing next to me." Boom!
Jesus,
right into me.
Wow.
It's like, man, be a little more upset after a loss. Juan.
Number 3.
This whole scene, Brandon, what's his name again?
It doesn't matter. Braves broadcast crew. It really did bother you.
It was so bad. So uncalled for.
I thought maybe we just kind of
not even funny at all.
I thought maybe we just kind of go, that wasn't very nice, but it was kind of true. But
yeah, he struck out. So
right.
what? Was he the first guy to strike out into a Chris Sale slider?
No, there was 10 previous ones.
Yeah, there was 23 guys who swung and missed today. So we're going to just pick on this one, and you're going to try to look like you're smart because you called it? Shut up.
I appreciate this a lot.
I'm really
Tyreek
mad.
Hill remains a free agent, Chris, and for good reason. Now, he released a rehab workout video. I gotta say, his house is very nice, which you would think he would have because he's made a lot of money.
Is that the one that he hasn't burned down? Or?
Yes, that is the one he hasn't burned down, but he was in a pool. He was doing a bunch of stuff. I'm not going to play the video, but he said So it's about 10 months after doing 2 surgeries. My left leg is the one that I injured. I have no power in my left leg, so I'm trying to regain all the power back in my left leg, but it's one day at a time. He ends up running and jumping outside. He does stuff on the basketball court. But he said, I ain't going to tell you what my timeline is, but timeline looking real good right now, man. Tyreek Hill said. You're up first, Chris.
Yeah.
What kind of player is he going to be this year?
This year, I don't think he's going to play.
You don't think he's going to play at all?
I don't think he's ready. He said he's not ready. He said he's really slow. Well, a slow Tyreek Hill is like I shouldn't compare myself. Slow Tyreek Hill is a Chris Ello whose mouth is full of crackers. You know? Can't do a whole lot. Yeah, can't do a whole lot. So, I don't think that works. Do you think he's going to play?
No, not with him saying
he's
my
also
left leg has no power.
He's going to command, more money than he's going to be able to give, it's going to take somebody to want to waste money.
If anything, I think he
bring in a
out.
distraction.
Yeah, that is
and
true.
probably not get much bang for their buck. So, I'm going to go I shouldn't say he won't play because some dumb team with about 5 games to go will go, hey, he's going to put us over the top.
I think he's going to sign. He's just going to sit out for like the first 2 months and then maybe come back. What kind of player will he be? I have no idea.
Well, if he's not fast, I mean, Tyreek Hill's one of the fastest people I've ever seen on a football field, and that pretty much was why he was great.
Yeah, I mean, he's great at catching the ball, but his speed is the only thing that sets him apart.
There was only one person, whoever was in charge of an NFL team, who didn't recognize his speed.
Is that the defensive coordinator?
No, that was the offensive coach of the Miami Dolphins who would send him on 1-yard passes in the flat. What the hell are you doing? You've got. Do you remember the? Of course you do. The Chief game in the cold, right?
Of course.
They lost 26-7 or something.
Yeah.
You know how they scored in that game, don't you? Tua threw a bomb down the sideline, and Tyreek Hill caught it for a touchdown, and they never tried it again. They were just the dumbest team I root for. Go ahead.
Diesel's on the chat, and he's asking about Tony's thoughts on these broadcasters' comments. I will have to put this in our notes for tomorrow.
I think we need to ask. Tony's not going to want to be critical of other broadcasters. I don't blame him in a sense. But I know Tony Gwynn Jr. has got a lot more class, and he would never do anything like that.
Exactly. He would never bring that up. Ever. All right, I'm going to put this in my notes real quick, Chris. Tony, thoughts on broadcaster
what's
comments.
funny is Jeff Francoeur struck out over 1,000 times as a Major League Baseball player.
How many times did he sweep the leg?
And I bet you Jeff Francoeur would probably try to say, I struck out so I can say that. No, you can't. Doesn't give you the okay.
I strike out so I could say that.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
All right, let's go to Lane Kiffin.
2.
So Lane Kiffin, we all know he left Ole Miss last year in a really terrible, messy way, and he was doing the SEC LSU media day today, and he didn't say this to the media, but he did tell this to ESPN, so I have to read it. But they asked him if he should have done something different upon his exit from
Looking
Ole Miss.
back on it, is there anything he would have done differently
He
other
said,
than, the mess he created?
Yeah, he said, yeah, I do. But I think that's a good thing that I look at life that way now. Instead of saying, no, I don't, I was right, I look at things always now like, how could I have done them better? But it's also easier when you're further removed. There's no emotion involved. I wish I would have gone in and I met with Keith, the athletic director, and said, I've made the decision to go. I wish I would have just said that. Hey, I'd like to coach the team, and he'd say no, and I'd say, hey, okay, I appreciate it. I wish I'd moved on and never even discussed it again.
All right.
Chris, does this hindsight make you like him?
Yeah, I love him. To me, Lane Kiffin is the guy that just acts like an arrogant SOB. And then when you ask him about it later, he says, yeah, I could have done that better, but doesn't do it better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
So, no, I'm not giving you a total pass. Like, he even tells us, hey, I think I'm great now because I can look back and see how dumb and what a jerk I was.
This happened like 6 months ago.
Well, but the fact that you were that big of a jerk in the first place, in the position that you're in, just doesn't mesh with me. And he compounded all of this by not letting, telling his assistants they had to go with him, and if they didn't go, they were going to lose their jobs. And if they did go, they would lose their jobs because they wouldn't be able to stay at Ole Miss and coach in this playoff. And he's trying to apologize for that. He also went on to say, if you read, I don't spend my whole life on Lane Kiffin anymore, but he went on and he talked about the assistant coach at LSU or at Ole Miss, who's now the head guy.
Yes.
Pete Golding.
Yes, who's apparently no better.
Well, but here's what Lane Kiffin said about him. I don't expect Pete Golding to agree with everything I do. That's not what's going to happen. It's not my job to do what he wants. That right there is Lane Kiffin in a nutshell.
Mm-hmm.
Basically what he's saying there is it's not up to me to worry about what anyone else thinks. It's up to me to do what is best for me, and that is always going to be what I do. That is the quote that sticks out to me, not all the BS apologies. Lane Kiffin isn't about anything but Lane Kiffin. End of story. And he doesn't care. And most of you, I guarantee you, if you're an LSU fan, love him for it. So good for you.
I'm at the point in my life where I do have issues. Like if, say, Lane Kiffin became the head coach of the 49ers, it would bother me a lot because I don't like the guy. And I think he treats people poorly. And I just don't understand these LSU fans. They're like, oh, he's never going to do it to us. Yes, he will.
Oh, he will.
He will do it as soon as the money is there. He will do it. And that other school is going to pay LSU.
Well, the only hope LSU has is that very few people have more money than them.
That is a good point.
This could be the end of the line, although Alabama's probably got more. And I know they've talked about him eventually dreaming of being there someday.
It's already kind of happening because Kalen DeBoer is under the microscope right now because of his poor coaching.
We'll see how it turns out.
In the end, Lane Kiffin, I don't believe a word that comes out of his mouth.
I don't either.
No matter what he said, I do not believe a word of it.
And I'll go back. He actually met with a guy who's I want to see what the title of the guy is, a motivational speaker to try and improve. What the motivational keeper should have told him is, Lane, stop talking.
Or be a better person.
Well, he can't.
Treat people better.
I don't think he's capable of that.
All right, real quick.
Number one.
Heisman Trophy odds. Do you know who CJ Carr is?
Is he related to Derek?
I don't know, but he's the quarterback for Notre Dame. He is the leader in the odds. Arch Manning is up second. My question was basically, do you think Arch Manning's going to do it? We only have 3 seconds. I say no.
I say it'll be somebody who's not on the list.
Honest opinion.
All right, so here's what happened. I was at the corner, and I'm going to call out the streets because who cares? It was Claremont Mesa Drive and Ruffin Road, which is pretty close to our radio station here.
Yep.
I had to run over and pick up a little cash from the bank. That was simple, trip before I came into work. And I'm on Ruffin Road, coming up to Claremont Mesa Boulevard.
Ruffin Road can be a little rough sometimes.
They could pave that. It wouldn't hurt. Yeah, it wouldn't hurt. They can't call it paved road. I know that.
Wait, your issue isn't the potholes in the road?
That was I'm used to that. So we come up on Claremont Mesa, and we're at the stoplight. I'm in the left-hand turn lane to turn left on Claremont Mesa. I'm the third car back. And there's 2 left turn lanes. There's 3 cars in line here. And then the going straight is also red. And that is backed up each of the lanes. So that I've got cars on my right. I've got cars on my left. I got 2 in front of me. I got people behind me. No big deal. Light cycles through. And our turn doesn't come.
Oh, no.
So the cross traffic gets to go again. And then the people coming across in our direction, they get to go again. And then for a second time, they skip our turn. Well, that's what I thought. So now...
Actually, you're not going anywhere. You're stuck.
Right, you're stuck.
You're not going anywhere.
And my first thought, of course, as a good scout or, athlete, is to look around. Is there any way out? Can I back up? Can I, I'll do anything. But there is nowhere for me to go.
No.
It happens a third time.
Whoa.
And I'm pretty clear at this point, this light's broken. And I'm starting to think, how are we going to get out of this? Am I going to have to call, like, the police to come and fix it? No one's going to know it's broken.
911 emergency response.
Yeah.
Where's your emergency? Ruffin Road in Claremont. The light is stuck.
The light is stuck. And so this is 5 minutes probably, but you can imagine 5 minutes.
No,
that's a long time,
That's a long
right?
time.
Well, when it comes to the fourth time, I finally start just leaning on my horn.
Oh.
I'm trying to get...
What are the people in front of you going to do?
Well, because there was a moment, right, after the traffic comes this way, it paused.
You want them to run the light.
You could at least, a couple people could run the light. We could get this going here.
You want them to run the light.
I did.
Break the law.
Well, they had to. Otherwise, we'd still be there. Anyway, so this is going on. So I'm starting leaning on my horn. The lady next to me looks at me like, what the hell are you doing?
Good for her. Good for her.
And good for her. Yeah.
Kidding.
I'm like,
just
ma'am,
kidding.
are you just clueless? Were you going to sit here the rest of your life?
She has faith that the light's going to turn eventually.
Evidently so. If it had gone again, the guy next to me on this side rolled down his passenger window. That starts to go down. I think he's going to be mad. And he's like, what? And I'm like, I'm pretty sure the light's broken. Like, how do you not know this? We've all been sitting here for 6-7 minutes now. The two cars at the very front of the left turn lane are not budging. So they apparently are content to sit there for as long as it need be.
They also have faith that the light is going to turn.
But I have no faith.
What gives them that faith?
Yeah, but what gave them the faith? I mean, it had cycled through 4 times now. The 5th time, I was going to just have to get out of my car and walk up to that and go, will you please do something? Or get, and if you don't, and I would have,
something.
You know what I would have said? If you don't want to run the light, just get out of my way so I can run the light. I'm not sitting here the rest of the day. And finally, on the 5th time, the first 2 people ran the light, and the next person was able to get half. You know what I mean? And after a couple more cycles through, I got out of there. But I don't know
Did
if
the
you're
light ever start working?
I don't know if you're at Claremont Mason Ruffin Road, you might still be there. I don't know. This was 45 minutes ago or so.
Wow.
So my question to you is, how differently would you have handled this than I did? And I'll start with you, Tony. Would there have been any difference, or do you know?
I don't know if I would have laid on my horn.
You would have just never laid on it.
I think I might have maybe rolled down the window, see if I could talk to somebody, see what else.
See if anybody else was in on it?
I don't think I would have laid on my horn because, listen, what you're asking is for them to, which may not be easy for everybody, and that is the timing between when because they're waiting for their light to turn.
Yes,
right?
they were waiting for
the light's not gonna turn, but that also then requires them to guess the exact kind of when the timing of when they can go. And
yeah, well, you know what? Figure it out.
I think a lot of people wouldn't be comfortable with
running the light,
with
even
running the
under
light.
these circumstances. Well, I think,
not when there's other cars that could actually hit them.
Okay, I think you're right, and the reason I think you're right is because of the 40 to 50 cars that were now piled up in my area behind me and around me. I was the only one honking.
Right, and then
nobody else thought to do that. Okay. Chris Ello, Matt Skraby wrapping things up. Actually, Skraby will take it an hour further with the Skraby Chronicles coming up at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, what am I going to talk about?
You can just replay notes on a scorecard.
I might do that, actually. It did take
It was pretty
almost an
intense
hour.
today.
It was very intense, and I mean, I know what I'm going to talk about. We're going to have an honest conversation tonight.
All right, that's coming up after our show. Tony is, they probably got to Miami by now.
Yeah, he just texted us, so I'm assuming he landed.
Right. We'll have him with us for a short time before the game tomorrow.
Yes.
Padres will start a series against the Marlins. Feeling pretty good about that series. I know the Marlins have lost 9 in a row. And anytime you go into a series, I say, with a rotation of Marquez, Sears, and Buehler, you got to feel pretty good about it, your chances.
You're a funny guy.
You're
a hilarious dude.
That's okay. The good news is when they get back home next week, they get Monday off.
Oh, yeah. That's
and
good.
by the time Colorado, they won't lose Monday. And then when Colorado gets here Tuesday, I think Michael King will be ready for the Rocks. But that's down the road. Right now, Diamondbacks are 1 out away from polishing off a 10-2 victory over the Cardinals.
So easy for other teams to score runs, it seems.
Which would leave the Padres a full 4 games back of the Diamondbacks for the third and final wild card slot. Coming up in this hour, something that I did not expect that we would see at any time this year from manager Craig Stammen. Craig Stammen is a lot of things. And if you want Craig Stammen's support, you normally get it from this chair anyway.
Yeah.
And I think mostly from this show.
Yep.
You did not get that kind of support, though, in our notes on a scorecard earlier.
Nope.
And if you missed it, go back. But I don't think Craig Stammen did the best job in the 8th and 9th inning of employing the hitters he had available to him to try to tie that game. And, I think my explanation will speak for itself. Go back to notes on a scorecard. But one thing that you can say about Craig Stammen, I felt that we could all agree on, players manager, former player, loves his players, would stick up for his players no matter what. Craig Stammen flat out after the game today blamed the series loss to the Braves on one player. And we're going to play you his clip here in a couple minutes. But it's surprising to me that this, had happened. The 2 things, though, that stick out before we get to that. One, and I think this is also going to need to be addressed somewhere. The double steal of Xander Bogaerts last night. I don't think we're making too big of a deal out of this now, Skraby. When you have your beat writer, Kevin Acee, go into the locker room after the game and ask Luis Rengifo, hey, did you know you're going to bat with the bases loaded there after the double steal? And before Rengifo could even answer, Fernando in the next cubicle.
This is how he wrote it. Tatis piped in from his neighboring locker.
Right. And he said everyone knew that Rengifo was going to be batting with the bases loaded because once he stole, everyone knew they were going to walk me intentionally. Without Fernando saying that, sure seemed like he was a little perturbed at having the bat taken out of his hands. So Bogaerts was asked about it shortly thereafter. Say what Kevin Acee asked him first.
Okay.
Put it in the proper context.
He said, from the article, quote, asked about his decision, Bogaerts replied to the suggestion it was going to obviously prompt an intentional walk. Quote, you knew that? I didn't know. If I knew that, I wouldn't have done it. Walt Weiss did not give me a heads up. He said he throws one away, and everyone says, oh, great baseball. That's the way this game is. You got to live with the good, live with the bad.
Yeah, well, you don't have to live with the dumb, and you don't have to live with the selfish. And that's what that was. And a player of this caliber of Xander Bogaerts, I expect better. I do. He definitely took the bat out of Fernando's hands with a double steal, which puts second and third and opens first base up. Should have known that would happen. A player of his caliber and, time of service, playing the game of baseball.
Yeah.
Should have been able to think that through.
See, I don't.
And for him to say, well, Walt Weiss didn't tell me that he was going to intentionally, that's kind of being very...
it's offensive.
Well, it's condescending to the questioner. It's condescending to Kevin Acee and saying, oh, well, Walt Weiss didn't tell me he was going to walk him. Yeah, well, Walt Weiss didn't need to tell you. You should have known. So that is something that's separate that I think is going to have to be addressed. And, I think the Padres need to address that because I think that is a weird situation.
It's a little strange. I don't, the word selfish I can't agree with because I don't believe that Xander Bogaerts does this as I'm going to save the game. I think he's doing it to try to win a game, but he messed up. I don't know that he's doing it for himself or anything like that.
All right. We'll see if there's any follow-up on that.
Yes.
The other thing about the weekend or the loss to the Braves was what I talked about. Stammen mismanaging what I felt was his pinch hitters. and using the wrong guys at the wrong time in the 8th and 9th inning today, that is something, that I don't know if he was asked directly about, why he used Song as a hitter, why he didn't save Song to pinch run.
Maybe we'll find out in tomorrow's
Maybe.
AC
Why he
newsletter.
didn't use Campusano to bat against a lefty rather than Sheets, who really doesn't hit against lefty. Anyway, those things. Go back to notes on a scorecard if you want more on that. But here's the thing that's going to, I think, stick out the most from the loss and the series and today was Craig Stammen being asked after the game. Why don't we go to this one first?
Okay.
Maybe it just works better.
Okay.
Craig Stammen being asked after the game about the series loss. And one of the things that happened today for the second time in 3 games was that Freddie Fermin, never intentional, but was indeed called for a catcher's interference, which led directly to a run being scored in a game that they lost by 1 run. Here's Stammen talking about that.
Really, we got beat. Honestly, you look back at the series and what are the critical plays? 2 catcher's interference plays kind of cost us the series, and that guy over there is kind of known for that. And unfortunately, our catchers weren't back far enough to prevent that from happening.
That was a big talking point going into this year, that he's known to,
Yeah, I think around the league, everybody knows that he's, a catcher's interference getter. Crony's got that a little bit too in him. In that situation today, Freddie's coming up to throw the guy at second, and that's a little tougher situation.
All right, so go back to what he said. Now, Prado was the batter today that got the catcher's interference.
Dubon, you mean?
Dubon. What did I say? Prado?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking back
The
to
devil wears Prada.
No, I'm thinking back to about 15 years ago. There's a player called Martin Prado who reminds me of Mauricio Dubon.
Okay.
Strangely.
I remember Martin Prado.
Okay, well, that's who I was thinking of. But yes, it was definitely a Dubon. Bottom line, did Dubon draw the catcher's interference the other day as well? I'd have to go back.
He did, yes.
He did?
Yes.
So he drew them both?
Yes, and
All
he
right.
is known for this.
Well, then you got to be more careful if you're Freddie Fermin. You have to know. Craig Stammen said it right there. He's known for doing this. But
He's
go back
a
to what-
catcher interference getter.
Yeah,
That's what
and he
Craig
got 2
Stammen
of them.
said.
And both times the run scored.
Yeah.
And both times the Braves won by 1 run.
Yes.
And Craig Stammen, just play what Craig Stammen said at the beginning again. This is what I'm shocked I heard.
Really, we got beat. Honestly, you look back at the series and what are the critical plays? 2 catcher's interference plays kind of cost us the series.
End of story. He said those 2 plays cost them the series. He did not say Freddie Fermin's name. He doesn't have to.
Do you agree with him?
I don't. Of course. Yes,
You
those
think
were
that
2.
those 2?
No, it didn't but they didn't help.
No, not at all.
But what
and
I'm
like you said, that run scored, which allowed the
That's
Braves
right.
to win.
But what I'm shocked by is that the manager basically took a frontal attack on his own catcher and said, hey, those 2 plays cost us the series. I am really surprised I heard that from Craig Stammen. And I think if you see that in print tomorrow or in a headline anywhere, or if somebody wants to make a big deal out of it, it can get blown out of proportion even more than that. You don't see too many managers, even indirectly, say that play by that player cost us the game or the series. But that's what Craig Stammen just said in not so many uncertain terms. I don't think I'm putting words in his mouth.
No, you're definitely not putting words in his mouth. The one thing I want to tell fans, though, who are angry about this or whatever, is that they've been asking for this. They've been asking for a manager to call out his players in the media. And Craig Stammen has done that several times this year, but I've never heard him put a series loss on one player. And I don't know if he and Freddie had a conversation before he went out there and said it, or when he came back or anything like that. But if I'm Freddie Fermin and I hear that, I'm going to take that hard. I'm not going to be feeling good about myself knowing that my manager doesn't believe in me anymore.
I personally, I wouldn't be mad if I was Freddie Fermin. I'd be like, man, I can't do that. He's right. But there's going to be players somewhere in that locker room that say, hey, wait a second. Does my manager have my back at all times? He just outed Look, he didn't have to. You and I talked about Freddie Fermin. Incredible that you could make 2 catches interference in 3 games. But I'm not the manager of the team. He is. And he said those 2 plays cost us the series.
He did say that.
I think those things have to be followed up on. I think, look, when the season starts going south, Skraby, these are the kind of stories that start running away with people.
Oh, yes.
You know this.
We've done this before.
Yeah.
Manny Machado had a whole article 2 years ago about how terrible of a teammate he was. Things get weird when teams start losing, and when the season's getting towards the end and you're not getting to your goal, things get even weirder. Someone on SD Mike on the chat says that he thought Stammen was blaming Dubon just as much as Fermin. But you can't. You can't, though, because you told your player, this happens, you need to pay attention to it.
Yep, he did. He said Dubon is a catcher's interference getter.
Getter, yes.
Which is not great grammar, but I get it. But what needs to be added to that is that, what he did add to that was that we went over it.
Yeah.
He said we went over it.
Yeah, yeah.
He didn't say caught us by surprise. He said we went over it.
I think this is Craig Stammen. I don't think he's necessarily throwing his player under the bus, but he's kind of telling those guys in the clubhouse that, hey, you don't perform, I'm going to call you out.
Maybe you can say that this is a better way of making a guy accountable rather than calling him out on it.
Yeah, true.
There's 2 ways you can look at maybe the same thing. I commend Craig Stammen for saying it straight up. I don't know how it's going to play. That's what I'm worried about. Maybe this will just all go away by Saturday in Miami, but maybe it won't. The same way that those idiots in the Brave booth, that's either going to go away or it's going to go viral, and somebody's going to hear it or play it on a morning show somewhere, and somebody's going to have not a morning radio, but like one of those TV things where Stephen A. Smith's on it, or
First Take or
Colin Cowherd, and one of those guys say, hey, wait a minute, that's totally uncalled for. And then once that happens, then the fervor will grow.
Yes, the snowball gets bigger.
So basically, it's interesting, though. Both things have to do with Freddie Fermin. One where I'm totally backing Freddie. The other one where his coach isn't backing him. Interesting.
It is very interesting how things are turning out right now. Very, very interesting.
All right.
Also the thing is Freddie Fermin might not. I mean, he's probably going to finish the year as the catcher on the roster, but I mean, I don't think they can come back next year with him on the roster and expect more. So maybe this is Craig trying to light a fire. I'm trying to look for something.
I think it's Craig
now.
Stammen trying to, hold his guys a little bit more accountable. B, trying to just. I think he's actually honestly just trying to explain how they lost the series in the sense of, hey, we were right there. It was 2 catchers' interferences that cost us. But in saying that, he threw his guy under the bus.
He did.
You know what I mean?
He did.
Yeah.
He did. It would be like Adam saying something about me and just like, what? How did I get the station is doing because
great.
of Skraby.
The station is doing great. Unfortunately, the afternoon producer dropped the ball. That's
I'd be like,
gonna,
what?
Yeah, right. It might be true, but
Be like,
he's still
what?
calling you out.
What? Do we want to hear about the plans for Griffin Canning on the other side?
Gee, and the hits just keep on coming. Yes, we will hear about the plans for Griffin Canning, which will be interesting to hear.
Yes.
Gwynn and Chris. It's funny, but there's certain days where, like, if I was you driving around today and I had a long extra drive, like, one of our trucker guys, listeners, or somebody who's going up, I'd be looking at it right now going, man, I'm kind of happy today I was in on the show. Because there's just been a lot of this kind of, stuff that is certainly worth thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there'll be more of it. We're here till 6 o'clock.
You can stream
Over under 3.5 times for me to do this. Right now, this is going to be difficult, I think.
2 on, 2 outs. Lifted in
It's
the
just,
left field, pretty
fly
well
ball.
struck.
Not going to happen.
Brings it in. And that's the third out.
All right, that's one. On the ground. Logan Webb trying to get me to chase a sinker. Oh, man. He got me to chase a sinker. 2.
Nope. Ball 1.
I'm not going to get overconfident about my eye right there, because
2 on, 2 outs. Next
I should have swung at that, though.
And the count is 1-1.
Oh, man. Just weak grounders. Why? That's 3. So all you unders better hope for me to do it right here. Oh, that's not going to happen. That was just swung at the first pitch, just swing at the first pitch. So the unders lost, the overs won, but let's see how long it takes me before I can actually get past this.
2 outs. Ball inside. Tying run and scoring.
Can you leave those up
Top half of inning number 4.
more?
Ball right side.
This is what,
He takes it himself
5
to the
now?
bag, and that'll do it.
Just grounder after grounder after grounder. This is going to take me forever. Just gap one, please. Oh, that was... I went way too far underneath it.
And that's the third out.
That's 6.
First and second,
Fine.
2 down. Top
It's
half of
fine.
inning number 4. That misses the zone.
I almost
Ball
swung.
1.
It was looking good there for a second.
That one back up
It's
the
not
middle,
going to get me 2 RBIs, but...
Castellanos on his way to the plate. He'll
Oh,
score easily.
Castellanos, a blast from the past right there.
Single, a big 2-out
I
hit
think
in the
it's
game.
7 now. Come on. I'm better than this. Why am I swinging at that? Why? It's so stupid.
Makes the catch up against
8.
the wall in foul territory.
I gotta wait for, like, the perfect pitch.
Now it's this. Ball, that's in.
Trying to get me to go. Why wouldn't you think this is my 9th try?
That's a ball.
If he walks me, I still don't win.
With runners on, look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Fastball. Did I get it? Did I get it? Did I get it? No. I don't. Okay, that's 9. At this point,
First and second, 2 outs.
12 and a half
Sung
over
Moon
under.
Song will hit next.
I guess 13. Let's do 13 and a half.
Outside, that's a ball.
See, I need him to throw strikes because I lose the challenge.
2 on, 2 outs.
Why do I swing at stuff like that? I think this was the 10th.
The third out.
I gotta start writing this stuff down. Didn't think I was gonna get this far. Okay. That was we're just gonna say attempt number 10, I think.
First and second, 2 outs. On the ground, right side, and that's a foul.
At least I get another chance. Actually, I could have rolled
2 on,
for a
2
double.
outs. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up. Try to
He's gonna
track
throw
the
me
ball.
sinker.
Block it if
Off
you
the plate,
have
ball
to, as
1.
far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about.
He's
but
gonna do
some
another
way,
one.
Somehow
Another one.
climb back into this
Coming at
advantage
me.
count.
And I did it.
He's absolutely belted.
Oh, exit. That's a home run. That wins. That wins. In my, I think, 10th attempt. I did it. Over under 3.5 times for me to do this. Right now, this is going to be difficult, I think.
2 on, 2 outs. Lifted in the
It's
air,
just,
left
yeah,
field, pretty
fly
well
ball.
struck.
Not going to happen.
Brings it in, and that's the third out.
All right, that's 1. On the ground. Logan Webb trying to get me to chase the sinker. Oh, man. He got me to chase the sinker. 2.
Nope. Ball 1.
I'm not going to get overconfident about my eye right there, because
2 on, 2 outs. Next
I should have swung at that, though.
And the count is 1-1.
Oh, man. Just weak grounders. Why? That's 3. So all you unders better hope for me to do it right here. Oh, that's not going to happen. That was... Just swung at the first pitch, just swing at the first pitch. So the unders lost, the overs won, but let's see how long it takes me before I can actually get past this.
2 outs. Ball inside.
Tying run and scoring.
Can you leave those up
Top half of inning number 4.
more?
Ball right side.
This is what?
He takes it himself
5 now?
and that'll do it.
Just grounder after grounder after grounder. This is going to take me forever. Just gap one, please. Oh, that was... I went way too far underneath it.
You know, which I like to cite once in a while.
Yes.
Our friend Caitlin Clark picked up her WNBA leading 7th technical foul last night. Now, I realize it's not always her fault, but it does underscore what I said. She needs to behave better out there. There's only 2 players in the history of the WNBA who have ever had 15 technicals in their first 2 seasons. Her and Angel Reese.
I was just about to say that. I couldn't believe they would give you that.
Why do you want to be in that same category? Caitlin Clark's great. And she's also fouled and targeted, I believe. I do believe the league has to be the one to defend her, and I understand she has to try to defend herself, but the league has to do a better job of making those calls and suspensions. But last night, she was dribbling the ball, player reached in, started mouthing off about how she was covering Caitlin Clark, and Caitlin Clark yelled out and pointed, "Look at the scoreboard!" Because they were up by 30.
Good for her.
Yeah, good for her. And then back and forth they went, and then technical. Caitlin Clark says, I got to do a better job of controlling my emotions, but I am who I am. Yeah, not forever. You don't have to be. You can learn how to be who you are, and
she's going to have to adjust.
She will. I think she will. I think she's in the process, but it's going to take time. And again, most of the time I'm on her side, because I think that they have targeted her in a lot of areas, and I think the WNBA has done a terrible job of bringing her along as what they should be doing as a face of the league, along with Buckers and along with, whoever else you want to put in. Angel Reese, too. I mean, a lot of them.
Yeah, Asia Wilson.
Yeah, of course. But, there's so many in the younger. Asia Wilson is not really in the younger up-and-coming category,
she's
but
a veteran.
There's so many great players, and I wish we could talk more about them. All right, we're going to give away 2 more tickets to see Zach Bryan. He's a great country singer.
Yes.
Skraby's a big fan. Can't name a single song, but...
my dog went missing and I'm drinking a beer.
There's some really funny country song titles out there I used to know, but most of them are not legal for radio play.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
You were looking, or did you find the Jeff Francoeur number? I have it.
Oh, you have it?
Yes.
No, yeah. This really has made me mad. So you're going to have to hear it later if you didn't. Maybe Skraby play one more time before the end of the
I was
show.
talking about the matchup between
Yes,
the two.
I know. So I was looking up. Jeff Francoeur, was, I think, totally out of line on the Braves broadcast today, along with their play-by-play guy, as, Chris Sale was going for a strikeout of Freddie Fermin, and I said, if you're going to be a stone thrower, check out the glass house. Francoeur struck out over 1,000 times in his career. How did he do against Chris Sale, I wondered.
He went 4 for 24.
Yeah.
28 plate appearances.
Okay.
And so he's hitting 167. His OPS is 619. Only struck out twice in those 24 at-bats.
Yeah.
I wonder if he ever went down to a knee on Chris Sale's sliders.
I just wish on one of those 2 strikeouts, Freddie Fermin and I were doing the broadcast.
I wish I could
even
go,
things out.
I know I can't do this, but I wish I could go see those 2 strikeouts to see what it looked like. Just to see if he was flailing all over the place.
Yeah, I know if you hear what those guys said on the broadcast today, you can blow it off and say, relax. Or you can be angry like I am. And I think anger is the right one here. All right, Zach Bryan tickets. I'm going off the board for the trivia question, Skraby, but I know somebody will get it. I was watching some old hockey highlights last night. You know, I still love hockey. You know, we don't talk about. By the way, great story in hockey today. Did you hear this one?
What?
Greatest player in Chicago Blackhawks history, Patrick Kane.
Oh, yes.
Re-signs with the Blackhawks.
Yes,
I like that. He's going to go back. He's going to finish his career there where the fans love him, where the team could kind of use a veteran presence like that. So I was happy to see that story. But here's for the Zach Bryan tickets, 833-288-0973. Name the National Hockey League's all-time leading goal scorer by a defenseman. Understand that Wayne Gretzky is number 1. Understand, the rest of the guys on the list, they're all forwards. Who's the greatest goal-scoring defenseman in NHL history? You might need to know a little about hockey to get that one.
Yeah, I got nothing.
You don't have even a response?
I don't even have. I was going to say some old guy.
You must have a guess in the back of your head.
Yeah, I do, but I'm not going to give it.
All right, 833-288-0973. A little puck to go see Zach Bryan. And then Skraby and I are going to finish up on a good note today with some fun football talk. Greg Camarillo was on with us earlier. We talked football with him. Skraby and I are going to talk football with you to finish things out.
From the first pitch of the year to the biggest games down the stretch, Padres talk never.
It's always nice when you start with a home run.
No doubt about
And 496, come on. I don't know why I swung at that. Come on, pitching coach. Get it up. That's what she said. Go. That was almost like his walk-off home run. Ooh, that one sounded good. Keep going. Oh, 511.
Monster home run.
I don't know if that's actually happened. Oh, go. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Oh, wait.
That one is
gone. I didn't need it to go. Go. That one's gone.
His 3rd in a row.
Where am I? Oh, the scoreboard disappeared. I think that's too high. Let me see. Scoreboard.
That one's out of here. And into the
I
second
think
deck.
I'm tied for second, and that one's going to hopefully keep me there and put me at first. Ooh,
5
even
straight
longer.
home run.
I think I maybe hit it. Oh, wait, no. That's me. Right out there.
6 consecutive home runs.
I was watching another one. Oh, I think that was off the end of the bat. Terrible.
Make it
Wait,
7
I
in
made
a
it?
row now.
It's Coors Field, man. Go. Oh. Didn't have a shot. Oh, I think I'm too far ahead. Nope. A home run.
Another home run.
Okay, what, 9? I was looking at the score thing. I think it might be a home run, though. Ooh, it was.
He takes on the bleacher
Oh, I'm in
section.
second. Ooh, that was a high pitch. Is that going to go? A little bit early. But it's gone.
That one's out of here. Now 11 home runs for him.
I'm hoping that one is. I don't know. Yes.
And
I'm having a hard time judging these things, apparently. Oh, that one just sounded amazing. So what, I have like a minute left with 13 home runs. I'm still in second. Oh, that one. I need to basically hit a home run everywhere. Oh, that one worked.
That's into the
Didn't think it was
bullpen.
going to clear the wall. That one also sounded great.
That is now
Oh, wow.
5 in a row.
Yes, I think I got it. 16 with what, 36 seconds
6
left?
consecutive home runs.
Oh, is it going to get inside the pole? Yes.
Make it 7 in a row now.
I need to keep up. Oh, that's not going to help me at all. It's 15 seconds left, and I'm in second. I need 2 home runs. I don't know. No. This is only the first round, but still. Ooh, that one was stroked. Oh, 495. There we go. Take it. It's always nice when you start with a home run.
No doubt about
And
that
496, come on. Ugh, I don't know why I swung at that. Come on, pitching coach. Get it up. That's what she said. Go. That was almost like his walk-off home run. Ooh, that one sounded good. Keep going. Oh, 511.
Monster home run.
I don't know if that's actually happened. Oh, go. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Oh, wait.
That one is
Wow.
gone.
I didn't need it to go. Go. That one's gone.
His 3rd in a row.
Where am I? Oh, the scoreboard disappeared. I think that's too high. Let me see. Scoreboard.
That one's out of here and into the
I
second
think
deck.
I'm tied for second, and that one's going to hopefully keep me there and put me at first. Ooh,
5
even
straight
longer.
home runs.
I think I maybe hit it. Oh, wait, no. That's me. Right out there.
6 consecutive home runs.
I was watching another one. Oh, I think that was off the end of the bat. Terrible.
Make it
Wait,
7
I
in
made
a
it?
row now.
It's Coors Field, man. Go. Oh. Didn't have a shot.
How good I am at music these days. Coming back, I go, is this Zach Bryan? Almost. Red Hot Chili Peppers, my bad.
Yeah, people don't like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, or some people don't like them. I don't know why.
You know, did you see the Saturday Night Live episode earlier this year that was hosted by Will Ferrell, by any chance?
I did not.
The show opened with Will Ferrell coming out and doing a stand-up little routine there, you know, as they do on Saturday Night
the
Live.
monologue.
Yeah, the old thing. Although, as he was doing it, my wife and I were saying to each other, something's off. We couldn't put our finger on it. We're watching Will Ferrell. He's doing the monologue, but we just thought something was off. You could hear a little murmur in the crowd. Something was off. Nobody could figure it out. Finally, we figured it out because the real Will Ferrell then walked out. The guy who was doing the monologue as Will Ferrell was Flea, the drummer for the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I have heard this before.
He looked just like him.
Yeah, it's all making sense to me now.
Nobody figured it out.
No, it's all making sense to me now because he has been in the past they've done this.
Yeah. It was Flea. And so that's your Red Hot Chili Pepper reference.
I love it.
All right. 5:30 something. 5:37 is the time. As usual, I don't know if anybody can see me on the chat. You can. I look down in the corner because this is where the tiny little clock is on my computer screen. I neglect to look at the gigantic clock over Skraby's ear.
Oh, yeah.
Which would be much easier for me to see.
Yesterday, when you were talking to Adam and you were like 30 seconds late,
Right.
I was talking about how it's very strange in a radio station to not have any clocks around this place. Like, you could be walking around. There are no clocks anywhere.
Like Disneyland, no clocks.
No clocks. Like,
Yeah.
we're in a radio station where time is every second matters.
Yeah.
And then someone reminded me that there's a big clock
one right
behind
there.
me. But that's not what I'm talking about. If Chris is on the other side of the building, there are no clocks.
No.
We have no idea what time it is.
2 places in the world where there are no clocks. 1, Disneyland. 2, Las Vegas casinos.
Oh, the drummer is Chad Smith, not Flea.
Well, who's Flea then?
Flea's the bassist.
Oh, well, my bad. Okay. So
No, but Chad Smith is it's same.
All right.
Yeah.
No, but okay. I feel bad that I messed that up. But it was the Red Hot Chili Pepper drummer. I thought that was Flea.
No, he's the bassist.
Okay. Thank you for whoever squared me away.
Cole.
So
yeah.
Chad Smith is the guy that looks just like Will Ferrell.
And
then.
he does.
He does. Okay. So I was correct about that.
You were correct about that, for sure.
Congrats to Matt. He was correct about the all-time NHL leading scorer for a defenseman. I will give you a little idea of how much NHL knowledge Skraby has. Skraby guessed Mark Messier, who was not a defenseman.
I said, is Mark Messier a defenseman?
It was a good guess, but he wasn't even in the running. The all-time NHL leader, which Matt was on, was Raymond Bourque, Hall of Fame, great defenseman. Boston Bruins, finally went on to Colorado, won his first and only Stanley Cup late in his career. Ray Bourque, 410 career goals, the record by a defenseman. Matt will go see the
Zach Bryan.
the old Zach Bryan concert.
Yes.
Yeah, good for him.
Yes.
All right, before we get to our little football talk to close things out, we wanted to hear Craig Stammen one last time, but this isn't so controversial. I think this is finally something that's not necessary. We've done a lot of controversial chats and stuff today, and if you missed it, go back and listen to the show. It's been full of this stuff. But this was not anything that's going to be controversial, I don't think.
I think
Griffin
people are
Canning,
gonna
again, did not
be
pitch
happy.
well. Again, so Craig Stammen, after the game was asked, what is the future looking like for Griffin Canning? I kind of want to know, and I assume you all do too.
As Griffin continues to struggle with his command, I know you don't have nearly all your options right now for the rotation. How much leash can you sort of give him?
Yeah, it's well thought out. I think we've got to go back to the drawing board and see where we can, help Griffin be the most successful. Whether that's putting him out there every 5 days or giving him some time in the bullpen or what. All options are on the table. All options are on the table for the entire pitching staff, really. That's kind of how we've been trying to mix and match the last, week or so and a few days. So we'll continue to do that in Miami.
All right, so
All
Craig
options
Stammen,
on the
yeah, that's
table.
pretty general comment, but it's a way of saying, look, he can't be much longer for this rotation.
Yeah, that's exactly what that was.
I'm reading between the lines. You've got Randy Vasquez, who really doesn't belong relieving, as he proved last night.
Yeah.
And I know Randy Vasquez hasn't been all that this year, Skraby, but he's been a hell of a lot better even than Griffin Canning.
Griffin
Come on.
Canning just never really got in a groove at all this year.
No, I'll be honest with you. Griffin Canning, you look at him, what was it, last year?
Yeah.
Before he got hurt?
He's having a really good year.
Really good. And he's the kind of guy, I'm telling you all right now, that when he leaves here, and I'm thinking he will.
I thought about this, Chris.
Yeah. When he leaves and you run him out of town, and AJ, nobody's going to argue with AJ Preller when he doesn't bring Griffin Canning back.
Yeah.
Right? Everyone's going to say, okay, that makes sense. But don't be shocked if he doesn't just catch fire somewhere else again. This is how it kind of works with some of these, 4 or 5 number 4 or 5 type starters.
Yeah.
They can go 10-4 and they can go 4-10. That's why they are number 5 and 4 starters. Griffin Canning is the kind of guy that's going to just
I hope. I hope for his sake, maybe, but for our sake, no.
I know. You don't want to see him go somewhere and, figure it out again. But do you want to keep him to see if he'll figure it out here?
For the right price.
I don't know.
You know what I'll say? I'll bring you back, Griffin, but you're going to be fighting for a spot in the rotation in spring training.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Because I don't want to give up on him either, but he just has never shown me the guy that he was last year at all.
Here's a guy that I would like to get a hold of, and I don't know what his contract situation is.
I'll tell you.
You can find out for me.
Yes.
He's pitching for the Tigers tonight. He gave up a 2-run home run, ended up with 5 innings of work. He pitched in college at San Diego State University, and as an Aztec, had a career record of 12-8, had an ERA around 4. I don't ever recall him being anything spectacular at San Diego State, but he now is with the Tigers. And this guy, you don't even know much about him. I don't either.
I don't.
His name is Troy Melton. He's a righty. He started for the Tigers tonight. He's 5-1 this year with a 1.80 ERA. Made his 10th start of the year tonight. His ERA has risen now to 1.95. Good job by you, Troy Melton. You know, we talk about ex-Aztecs all the time, right? I mean, we've got Ty France. We got others. This is a guy that flies completely under the radar as far as I'm concerned.
Yes, his contract situation is great. He's pre-arb, so I mean, you bring him in now.
Yeah, but I don't think
the
the Tigers
6 years of control.
Right, I don't think the Tigers are going to be in any hurry to trade this young man. You know, he's obviously doing a hell of a job for them.
Yes, he is.
But they are losing the Tigers, if you're wondering, 2-0 to the Royals with cheese.
4th round pick,
7th inning
in the 2022 draft.
Yeah, Troy Melton's been great. Very underrated Aztec.
You know, San Diego State's a up-and-coming professional baseball player college. Like, there's a lot of...
I wouldn't even say up-and-coming, Skraby. They've had a lot of really good players over a lot of years. You know, Tony Gwynn was the first famous one, but Greg Nettles went to San Diego State. You remember him?
I do.
So, I mean, you know, they've had guys throughout history.
Steven Strasburg.
That was obviously after. You're talking about
I know.
Before. All right, let's finish up with some NFL talk because that's just a lot more fun. Then, you know.
I'll get back to the depressing stuff at 6 o'clock.
You can go back to the depressing Padres stuff at 6 o'clock. All right. So the NFL, you heard Camarillo on earlier, and he was talking about ESPN's rundown of the top 10 quarterbacks in all of football. And it was interesting. I'm struggling to find it again, Skraby.
The ESPN article about 10 quarterbacks?
It was a long time ago, and now it's kind of run off the page. So I'm going to, see if you can locate it.
I will get it. You just keep talking.
That stuff. But the top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL right now is not as easy of a job, I don't think. And we went through it, you and me and Tony, and I think we only got like 6 out of the 10 right.
Yeah.
And I think it kind of speaks to something we talked about.
All right, I got the list.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah.
We talked about this with Camarillo earlier. Like, really, let's just look at the AFC first.
Okay.
Who do you truly get behind going into this season? Do you believe in Patrick Mahomes? Of course you do.
Yeah.
But his team was 6-11 last year. Do you believe in Joe Burrow? Yes. His team was also 6-11. Do you believe in Lamar Jackson? They were 8-9. Those are 3 of the superstars, none of which made the playoffs at all. Now you have Josh Allen. He was good, but they were ousted in the playoffs.
Yes, they were.
By Bo Nix. So do you go Bo Nix? Do you go Trevor Lawrence, who was 13 wins last year? Do you go back again, Drake May with 14 wins last year? And the guy that everyone loves, even though he's never won a thing, Justin Herbert, who won 11 last year, but again, completely petered out with a 3-point performance in the playoffs.
I will agree with you on this part about Justin Herbert this year. He needs to win a playoff game. Has to.
But he's got to get there again first. I mean, everybody just assumes the Chargers will make it. I would assume they would too, but, it's easier said than done.
Really curious about Mike McDaniel and what he's going to do with this offense, though. Seriously. I'm curious because Jim Harbaugh has built his offenses around the run game. And that's not going to be.
No, Mike McDaniel is a terrific run game guy. That's part of his.
He's an option run game guy. He's not a fullback dive type of guy.
I love Mike McDaniel as a guy. He was not my favorite guy as a head coach, but
yeah,
this might be a better spot for him with the Chargers. I want to give him a fighting chance. What's interesting is he was a genius for 1 week of his career.
When he scored 70-something points?
Yes, he was. When they scored 70 points that day against Denver, right?
Yeah,
Mike McDaniel to the
was
Hall
crazy.
of Fame. This is an unstoppable team.
That was pretty wild.
Look what's happened to the two franchises since that game.
One went up, one went down.
They beat Denver that day.
Denver
Look where
went
Denver
up.
is. Yeah. Interesting how those things work out.
I can't say that Bo Nix is a top 5 quarterback in the league until he wins a game on his own.
But he would have been in the Super Bowl almost for sure last year. But he got hurt on the last play of the Buffalo game in the playoffs.
That is crazy.
Right?
Yeah. And he didn't even know he was hurt. And then all of a sudden after the game it comes out, he's out for the rest of the year.
That had to be the most heartbreaking story of sports last year.
Yeah.
I'm not even a Denver fan. But
That
just
was pretty tough.
Imagine you're celebrating an incredible win over Buffalo, right? And then an hour later, somebody says, oh, by the way, I'm not sold on Drake May. He's the guy I'm not sold on because I never saw him do anything against a good team. I saw him pile it up against lousy teams. And when it got to be good teams, a la Denver, a la Seattle, very ordinary.
Very ordinary.
So I'm not sold on him, but maybe better now because he's got a weapon in A.J. Brown.
Maybe. We'll see.
Anyway, the AFC's wide open. I didn't even mention the Steelers who won their division last year, but now do they do it without Mike Tomlin?
Who's their
And I
coach? It's the guy you say is clueless all the time. I can't remember his name right now. The guy coached the Cowboys and the Packers.
By the way, if you tell me a guy's clueless, that doesn't give me much of a
You always
narrow
say-
it down.
I can't.
Mike McCarthy. Yeah.
Mike McCarthy.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you got them. The other team that has to be considered in the AFC is Houston. Although C.J. Stroud has to figure out a way to shake off an awful playoff game last year.
He has been, ever since his rookie year, he has regressed each year. He has not been great.
Do you put the Colts in the running? Remember they lost, but didn't they lose they were 8-2.
Yeah.
And then they lost their last 7 games.
Yeah, they're still going, I believe, with Daniel Jones as their starter.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to Anthony Richardson? They just given up on that guy completely.
Yeah. The rest of the AFC, Dolphins, Jets, Browns, Titans, Raiders. Will Mendoza get in there this year? Will Cam Ward make strides? We'll find out.
I know that Fernando Mendoza finally signed his contract today.
The NFC, here's how this stacks up real quick. We got 5 minutes. Darnold and Seattle are Super Bowl champs. Does anyone really think they're primed for a repeat? I'm not saying they can't do it. I'm saying nobody thinks this will happen, especially since they lost Kenneth Walker, running back, and just no way Darnold is, mistake-free again for another year.
I disagree.
I know. I'm not saying you're wrong, right? I just don't think everyone normally the Super Bowl champ is universally picked as the winner the next year. I don't think Seattle is that.
No, definitely not that. I think Sam Darnold.
You think he crossed?
I think he's
over
crossed
to the
over.
line? Okay.
Now, do I think that he can take a game on his back and win? No, it helps to have Jackson Smith and Jigba.
That guy's good.
A lot, but losing Kenneth Walker is not a small thing for them.
Defense was very, very good as well.
Yes,
though.
of course.
The Rams are really the favorite. If you're wondering, like a month out, 2 months out, everyone thinks the Rams are unstoppable, and that's even before they make it official with Aaron Donald. I can never, as much as I'd like to, give up on your 49ers. Your guy Shanahan won 12 games last year, which is damn good, but he lost 41-6 in the playoff, and I don't know what excuses he had.
Well, they lost all of their players. I mean,
did they?
They didn't have George Kittle. They didn't have obviously Brandon Ayuk. They didn't have a 100% Trent Williams. Christian McCaffrey, was banged up.
He's always banged up by that time of year.
But 41-6 of the playoffs is a beatdown of epic proportions.
The Bears, are you riding on Caleb Williams, or does he come back to earth? I still don't know on him yet.
I think he's a winning quarterback, but I don't know he's going to get as lucky as he did multiple times last year. Like, how many times did he win a game just by throwing a ball off the back foot and just
How
throwing
about
up
the Green
prayer?
Bay playoff game that they were completely out of?
That one.
And they ended up winning. Vikings go Kyler Murray. Camarillo mentioned it, but I think that will be an interesting to watch. Lions, the best last place team in NFL history.
Maybe.
Right?
Maybe.
They still have all those guys, and they were in last place.
I still can't believe they didn't make the playoffs.
The Eagles, I don't know. Maybe they finally lost too much.
Their time has come.
Even with Jalen Hurts. But who replaces them? I say Commanders. Just keep Jalen Daniels upright. Jaden Daniels upright. This guy's a phenomenal quarterback.
He needs to stay healthy. That's the only shot that team has.
And the NFC South, every team basically was 8-9 last year. Here's the guy I liked the most of the young guys there. I'm going to go and say it. Tyler Shuck.
He was not bad.
Saints, he came on.
Yes, he did.
I was never that impressed with the Carolina kid. Bryce, the Alabama quarterback. Heisman winner.
Why am I forgetting his name? Bryce
Young? Something.
Is it Bryce Young? Why are we forgetting?
Isn't that funny? I can picture him running around.
I can see him too. I think it is Bryce Young.
Well, we can't leave the show till I find out who the hell it is.
Yeah, Bryce Young.
It is Bryce Young.
Yeah, I don't know why it sounds so
funny.
weird.
We were saying his name and we didn't even know we had it right. I will say one more thing about the NFC South. My final NFL comment of the day.
What's that?
Can't wait to watch and see how my guy Tua does in Atlanta.
Is he even going to be the starter?
He seems to be, getting a shot at it anyway because Penix's health is in question.
Yeah, I mean, they do have the corner on left-handed quarterbacks in the NFL. Both of those guys are left-handed.
Tua opens the season if he is the starter in Pittsburgh.
C20 said Jim Druckenmiller and Giovanni Carmazzi over Brock Purdy.
Come on,
man.
I like to make fun of Brock Purdy like the next guy, but the damn guy comes through okay. He really does.
He's better than Giovanni Carmazzi.
Yeah. That was not a good draft pick by your club back in the day.
No, they've had
mostly good ones. All right, Skraby takes it another hour. There was a lot of Padre controversy from Stammen, Fermin, Bogarts, right on down the line after the loss today. Skraby's got it all. Next.
Ben and